What's good, bedtime bandits? It's your girl Britt, and I'm coming with the late night evening tea. So make sure you pour it up for me, smash that like button, the channel, and hit that post notification bell so you always know when your girl is pouring up a steeping hot pot of tea. Welcome in, everybody. Everybody's gonna have to find a new live stream because I know the other one was deleted. Yo. Sparks in the building. First in. The dope mom, T-Naj. T-Naj gang. Hope everything is okay. Fly high, not low. It's been a minute. Love to see that fedora in the thumbnail. Let me let y'all load up. Because I got the tea, y'all. Bedtime. Aaron J, what's goody? The show on for real now. Bedtime in here. You already know, gang. Y'all is loading in. I'm just waiting for everybody to get in here because I don't want to have to repeat myself when everybody do get in here. So welcome in. I hope you will still receive super chat. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I have a super chat goal set up. Support pin at the top. Once everybody gets in here, I'll explain exactly what's going on tonight. Let me call bedtime. Is this the bedtime? Fly high, not low. I let you coming in blessing me early, King. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's get to like 15 likes because again, I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, but I do not want to have to repeat myself 1,000 times because I know a lot of people be repeating themselves on live stream. So I just want to let everybody get in here before we go over the hot sauce tonight. Let's get the 15 likes. Just double tap the screen. I know it's a horizontal screen, so right below the video, you can smash it just like you would on a normal video, or it should be 3 dots in the corner, so you can smash the like button as well. Double tap the screen. I believe I also have like stickers and stuff now, so y'all can do that. Y'all already know what to do to that super chat. If you're a real bedtime bandit and you're in the building, make sure you smash that super chat. But my bedtime bandits is really who I came up here to speak to. Hey, bedtime, it's my first live, and I know it's going to be fire. Welcome in, everybody. Y'all ready for the tea? Is y'all ready for the tea? Because I wasn't ready for the tea. I woke up to some tea, y'all. I woke up to some tea. I came in, tried to hurry up and take me a little quick nap to get ready for the podcast. Y'all should have seen me trying to hurry up and scarf that food down. And get down and get ready for this podcast. It's supposed to be Bedtime's first ever podcast. There's a village in the house. Thank you so much for turning up the chat. All right, y'all. So I'm not going to repeat myself for those who aren't in here. Thank you to all of the people who are in here who have smashed the like button. I appreciate y'all being congratulators and not haters. Happy holidays to everyone if you do celebrate. Happy Merry Christmas to you and your family, Happy New Year's and all of that good stuff, in case everybody be busy and don't have time to hop on live. Shout out to everybody who did bless me for my birthday. I truly appreciate it. And if you want to support on this live stream, I do have a super chat goal at the top. And I also have ways to support me personally pinned at the top as well. What I'm doing, eating now. Oh, now you want to eat? Why it's my time to talk? Okay, y'all. So the Honey Supreme interview is canceled. It's canceled, y'all. It's canceled. Now, I kind of knew it was going to be canceled when I got a message from Honey Supreme that said I'm scared. The message said I'm scared, but scared wasn't spelled properly. One of the things I did ask of Mr. Honey Supreme was for him to be sober. He says that he's sober, but he says that he no longer wants to do the interview. Now, I never really thought about doing a podcast per se on this channel. I have like a couples relationship podcast kind of thing going on my other YouTube channel. Thank you, Della. I'm a dollar bill, y'all. Dollar bill, y'all. Dollar bill, y'all. Hey, y'all about to make me break out in song already. I'm trying to tell y'all a story. I'm trying to tell y'all a story, and y'all blessing you, girl. That's what I'm talking about. Show love. Y'all already know if you're a bedtime bandit in here, you already know what to do to that super chat. Smash that like button on that super chat go. So I asked Mr. Honey Supreme to be sober. Scared was not spelled properly, so I was a little bit waving like, is he sober like he says he is? He posted the interview 3. Thank you, happy birthday, belated birthday. Thank you, Fly High Not Low. He posted the interview 3 hours ago, and then 30 minutes ago, before the interview actually took place. Tamika Walker in the building, gang, girl. You be turning up that them comments. I love you, girl. I love all y'all. I love all my bedtime bandits, but y'all already know that. We love you. Not she got me singing, do your thing, your thing, and do your thing. She got me singing, not DJ in the building. DJ be turning up them comments too, y'all. I know y'all all see DJ. DJ be do not play around. DJ don't play. I know it's a lot of super chats, y'all, but they are turning up your girl. They single-handedly supporting the live. I got flaked on today. I got played on my top today, y'all. So make sure y'all turning up them super chats. For the people who are supporting the live for your girl. So now, y'all, for all I know, this could have been a setup for from the very beginning, because I have never seen anybody, and I don't want to be rude, but I'm telling y'all, I'm not gonna say I didn't want to do this, but it wasn't something that I was necessarily ready for. If I wanted to do a podcast or interview, I would reach out to somebody. I would ask somebody, because I would want to compensate them properly, or make sure that they got the proper following out of it, or they just got something out of it as well. And I wasn't the only person, profiting, not even in a money way, but just in general. Like, I was going to give some advice on how to build a platform, stuff like that. I was trying to give a little bit more out than just take, if that makes any sense. So I wanted specific things to happen, like people to be sober and stuff like that. But I have been getting messages from Honey Supreme all week, basically saying that, hold on, let me go to the messages out. Basically saying that he wants to do the interview, and basically that I was BSing around, and that I needed to go ahead and schedule the interview. So that's why I scheduled the interview. Obviously, it's Christmas. It was just my birthday. So I've been kind of busy, girl, been hustling, rustling, especially with all my bed. I love to see all them super chats. They so pretty on the screen. I turn them colors up. But anyway, I ain't gonna lie, who you bugging me? It ain't cool. So what? Get back a bag of shoes. That don't mean that I own you as much as you do. Cause you a bugaboo. You made me wanna. Okay, my bad, y'all. So anyway, I ain't gonna lie. Mr. Honey Supreme was hitting me up, which is not anything unusual. Honestly, I know Mr. Honey Supreme tags me in everything that he does, but he was basically just hitting me up and saying, hey, please give me an update. This was Sunday at 12:21, and y'all already know I'm gonna break it down, bust it down, and put it in the video, because I done missed so much tea today trying to get geared up for this video. For it, and I didn't even post the video today because I was getting geared up for this video. So I'm kind of annoyed. I'm not gonna lie. It's rare that y'all see Bedtime annoyed, because I don't believe in giving content when I am annoyed, if that makes any sense. And it's very hard to annoy Bedtime. I'm gonna tell you that. Bedtime got a lot of employees, a lot of different personalities. So it's very hard to annoy Bedtime, but I can't even lie to y'all, I am a bit annoyed. So on Sunday at 12:21 p.m., he said, please give me an update, because I really want to speak my story positively. And I said, I told you I'll let you know by Monday or Tuesday. My channel is also my business, and there's a lot of tea right now. Again, feel free to do the interview with someone else. I'll let you know by tomorrow. And then I also let him know that you can do the interview with someone else, and I will still podcast you or interview you, because I do indeed believe my questions are unique, and from our kind of stuff that we got going on over this side, I felt like my perspective would be different than anybody else's. So I was like, hey, go ahead and do you. If you need to like make some money, or you're waiting around on me because you need some some funds or something like that, or you know what I'm saying, you want to get your story out there and you don't think I'm the proper person, then go ahead and do you, boo. I think somebody got in his head, Aaron. And then the thing is, honey, and I'm gonna say this because I never answered the question to answer that, honey Supreme. Aaron, honey Supreme asked me on the last phone call that we had, did I think he was a clout chaser? Now, I didn't answer the question. I was going to slightly answer it in a vague way, but I responded with, not you trying to get the tea out of me. And then he started giggling. I'm guessing he was under the influence as well because I couldn't even finish my sentence before he started speaking over me. And I did put that video call in the last video. But that's exactly what I'm thinking. That's exactly what I'm thinking too. Because why would you be constantly hitting me up? And I don't want to use that word, but you're darn near like nagging me to do this interview, and then 30 minutes before the podcast, all of a sudden you not. I'm like, did somebody pay you some money or something of the sort? But he asked me, did I think he was a clout chaser? And I really didn't answer the question, but I really thought to myself, like, for you to constantly get on live stream with people who do nothing but insult you, I don't know what else to call it, if I'm being honest. Like, I don't care if I was going to get 1,000 viewers. I don't care if I was going to get $1 million. There's no way I'm going to sit on a live stream with somebody calling me out of my name, calling me all things under the sun for a couple of bucks. I'm just not going to do it. However, I do not have personal conversations unless they're public. So if I have a conversation with them, I'm going to record it. Unless there's anything in there that you specifically say, like when he sent me his medicine that you don't want to be posted, then I won't. But my conversations are public. So I've never been in Shamar's DM. I've never been in his DM. I've never been in Tommy's DM saying, hey, give me the tea. Do you like this person? What's going on with this person? What's going on with this person? Anything that I post is because they exposed it. They either expose it to me, they make a video about it, they tag me in it, or they post it on their personal channel. There's nothing that no information I'm trying to get out, if that makes any sense. They bringing it to me besides what they post in their video. So I'm like, y'all, I'm letting him know, y'all already know I work as well as I do YouTube. So I'm like, hey, I'm so sorry. I almost felt obligated to give him one after the phone call that we had. I felt obligated because I said yes, and I was caught up in the moment when he asked me to do it for him because he wanted to tell his story positively, and I honestly didn't think that there was anybody on this side who could, help him tell his story without trying to put necessarily a negative light on it or be insulting at the same process. And I wanted to give him advice on starting to advocate for, having a house in Virginia, like he said that he wanted to do. But long story short is I've been getting blown up all day long. If y'all follow Mr. Honey Supreme on Instagram, any of that stuff, as per usual, y'all already know he's been tagging it. So I don't know who got in his head or what. I'm not going to say that I really don't care. I'm more so irritated about my time being squandered. I'm more so irritated about the fact that I did not post a video today with so much hot tea going on, like, and it's the Christmas holidays. So that's really kind of why I'm annoyed. But as far as the information, again, I was just doing it as a favor to Mr. Honey Supreme. And I am going to go... and just so y'all know, like, kind of how the breakdown was going to be. It was going to be first, normal, getting to know Mr. Honey Supreme a little bit, family life, how he grew up. Did he go around? Did he have siblings? Did he have multiple siblings? Did he graduate school? What HBCU did you go to? Kind of go over the situation with the teeth a little bit. I had some definitely interesting questions. I think he may have thought that it would have been a more serious setup than it would have been with anyone else on this side, which it probably would have been, but it was still going to be nice and chill because, again, my goal isn't to assault anyone. My goal is to give the people the information, allow you to be vulnerable, and spread positivity. So the fact that you reached out to me and you was bugging me, and then all of a sudden last minute, 20 minutes before, because you posted it 30 minutes before, you decided to cancel, it's making me think this was a setup from the beginning when you even asked me to do it for you. I don't know what goal you thought you may have gotten out of it. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, I'm gonna come live with my bedtime business regardless, baby. You know what I'm saying? We got, because who posts content every day, regardless of if anybody go live. Bedtime gonna post every single day, baby. Okay. Oh, thank you, DJ. Tommy Mantra to the yard. Oh my God, hey, DJ go. Y'all already know. I think somebody got in his head. Now why I'm annoyed. You annoyed too? Yeah, because y'all was saying y'all was gonna support, and at first I wasn't going to do it because I was like, look, I had already told him on the call, I'm not paying nobody. And the reason I'm not paying is because I did not reach out to you. I'm not trying to set this up. I got my own stuff going on. I get, not like that, but I get the tea for free. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, y'all give me the tea for free, so I don't need to pay nobody for the tea. I'm not paying anybody. So I really kind of was skeptical about it. But then when my bedtime bandit started being like, yo, we'll support him, we'll support him, we'll support him. I'm like, okay, if they support him, then I feel less obligated to like compensate him on the other end. So we're gonna pin his cash up, we're gonna see what it do. And if it, you know what I'm saying, if it don't work out, then I'll take care of him on the back end, especially when it comes to, like I said, getting his social media site and stuff like that set up, because it's, we all know it's a hard game. But my bedtime bandit said they was gonna support. He been like, yeah, he done played y'all. He been pushing all up in the comments, all up in the hearts, all up in it. But one thing I'm gonna say is, again, like I said, one, it's very hard to annoy bedtime. I work with all different type of personalities and characteristics, as y'all can see from what I deal with on a daily basis, even when it comes to the Bussy Bunch. But it's even more so hard to, and I'm gonna say this right now, it's more so hard to burn your bridges with bedtime, and that's exactly what he did. And I think it's funny because, if we're being honest, the reason that we even still speaking about Mr. Honey Supreme is because of who? I don't even have to say it, because everybody on this side, it'll let you know. If nobody's posting you, if nobody's talking about you, if nobody wants to know how you're doing, if nobody wants to know if you're okay, bedtime wants to know if you're okay. How many times did Tommy, quote unquote, cancel Mr. Honey Supreme, and we still talking about Mr. Honey Supreme? And that's no offense to Tommy, but in general, how many times? And he even still talking about Mr. Honey Supreme. Why? Because Mr. Honey Supreme still in the tea. Why is Mr. Honey Supreme still in the tea? All right. So hopefully his advocacy or whatever he got going on over there, whoever got in his brain, got in his head, or told him to set this up for them. Oh, make sure y'all supporting that super chat, smash the like button. We got super chat goals pinned, we got personal support for bedtime pinned, and we got that like button up there. Thank you to everybody who left your girl a super chat. But we'll see. So, hopefully whoever, is advocating for him, or whoever he's doing his story with, hopefully they give him his positive perception that he's looking for. Hopefully can actually advocate for whatever he's trying to advocate for. But as far as unless you in some viral tea, get back with Shamar arguing with Tommy, there's no need for me to kind of indulge. Because again, I just try anybody who comes across my screen, I'm going to continue to post in general, because I want the best for everyone. And people who usually come across the screen don't have the normal setup or stability that normal people may have. I ain't gonna say normal people, that sounds rude. That other people may have at different points in their life. And YouTube, I feel like, is one of those things that could literally change your life. And we hear Tommy talk about it all the time. And I feel like a lot of people don't give it light, because he has been in his place for so long, and he has been having, a place for 3 years, because so they don't realize the difference in the stability rate. But when you're going from begging to dang near making the same salary that I'm making at my regular job, then you're definitely doing something good for your life. So when somebody's trying to help you get set up on a platform like YouTube, who actually knows what they're doing and not just saying that they're knowing what they're doing, and you don't take that opportunity, that's completely on you. But I feel like that was my goal, was to get them set up, but get them set up with y'all so that y'all could hear everything, because I don't feel like I'm personally helping streamline anybody's career or giving out free advice or any of that without everybody being on one accord on what exactly what advice I'm giving out in general. I've had plenty of people, even some of Jigga's supporters back in the day, reached out to me and was like, hey, can you help him do this? Can you help him get set up on this? And I'm like, hey, look, I don't mind, looking at Jigga's content and watching Jigga's content, but I can't advocate for with the type of things that Jigga does. I can't say, hey, go follow Jigga on YouTube. This is his YouTube name for the things that Jigga does. I can say, hey, man, this person is advocating for a house in Virginia, an issue that is so prominent on the stories that we talk about constantly. Let's go follow this page. Hey, man, you should put this, information on your page. You should start off by doing this intro story to your life, where you grew up, your high school life. How was your home life? Stuff like that. So I'm a little irritated because I was bugged about it, like darn near begged to do it is what's making me think that it was a little bit of setup. But other than that, only thing I'm mad about is missing my money, honey. Okay, because I could have dropped the video today. It's been some tea going on, but we're going to get into the tea that's been going on. And I really feel like even though my Buka butt stay mad at me and my Don Dada came on live earlier to clap back at my Buki butt, I really thought I know they was Tommy was low-key advocating for me over there, even though all of a sudden yesterday he didn't know my bedtime name no more, even though he's screaming out in every live stream. Tell me what's Tommy saying. It's cool here. It's cool. We here for you. I already know. But I was telling my girl I really wasn't going to speak on it that much. But she's like, nah, be honest with your supporters. Let them know that you're annoyed and you bother. Because, I was just going to come up here, and put on the show, put on the face like you're supposed to do for business and move on with it. But I am bothered because I was literally like, yo, please stop bugging me. Like, I'm going to get to the interview. Even if I did it like a New Year's interview, I was going to get to it before the year was up. No, he didn't cancel on you. Stop dealing with Honey Supreme. That was unprofessional. Yep, so lovely. Not only did he, how you gonna cancel something that you set up? You literally asked me, can you interview me? Been bugging me about it all week, and then you cancel on me after you posted 30 minutes before it's supposed to be on. But like I said, it's hopefully the clout that he wants coming. Because, and that's why we're going to get into the tea, and he's going to be the first topic of the tea, which it was something I was going to ask him about a little later on in the interview, but I really wanted to make it about him and not about anyone else. No, he didn't cancel you. It's getting weird because, sir, why? Girl, I'm so confused. I don't know if maybe he ended up not being sober like I asked him to, and he's like, hey, I don't want her to be upset with me, so I'm not. But y'all, I just now when I called him because I wanted to do a call before on Instagram before I got on live stream so that it could be professional and he could already know what was going on before it even started. And he was mumbling words, girl. I was pulling words out like a child, and not saying that he is a child, but it was a very difficult conversation to get through, very slow responding, stuff like that. So I'm like, maybe he wasn't sober and I made him nervous, and I get it because I was slightly nervous. One, y'all know I don't get on live stream that much, and two, I've never done anything like this, and I even told him that, like, hey, I'm nervous too. It's just gonna be a little chat. So hopefully he just got nervous and he didn't let nobody get in his head because I came over here for you. I didn't even know you were interviewing him. Clock that, fly high. Clock that. Tommy done continuously disrespect the Honey Supreme. Come on now. Girl, I don't know. And I'm not putting nothing on Tommy. I'm not really putting nothing on Tommy because Honey Supreme be on live stream with all type of other people over there on Instagram and all type of different other things. But if you can get on live stream with somebody who's going to call you out of your name and talk about your mouth situation that you got going on every time, if that's the type of content that you want to give out, by all means, because half the time I feel bad for people who come in off Shamar, think they're going to get clout, and then they link up with certain people, and before their career even gets started, it ends. But it doesn't end because of who? But he's a lot to deal with. I was definitely coming for bedtime and something new. Exactly. And I knew it was going to be one of those conversations. Again, like I said, there's all different type of personalities. I don't know what went on, so I'm not going to say exactly what went on. Again, like I said, I'm telling y'all, like I literally have, like when we talk about like being disabled, like I literally have people who work for me who have Down syndrome. Got 30 different types of employees. Some of them who talk, some of them who you got to talk to them for an hour just to get a word out of them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm aware of different type of personalities and stuff like that, but I was just very confused. I knew, why is he locked up again? No, I spoke to him. I came in support for you. That's it. That's all. Clap that whoop de doo, whoop de doo, drop that whoop de doo, drop that whoop de doo. Wait, so Honey Supreme canceled? Yup. Let me call. Yeah, he canceled, y'all. Let me call Bedtime in my Shabar voice. Why did he run you down to do it? Then pull this man, block him from tagging you in his stories. Yeah, I'm done. Like I'm done. Like I said, if he go viral, you get back with Shamar. You come to ATL like you trying to do. Because Tommy woke it up yesterday and was speaking about Mr. Honey Supreme. You know, even though he canceled Mr. Honey Supreme 7 months ago, he was on live stream saying that Mr. Honey Supreme was in Shamar DMs, blowing Shamar up, talking about he missed him and he trying to come down to ATL to see him. And again, I was going to put it in the video, but I wasn't going to necessarily speak about it on the podcast because the podcast is about Mr. Honey Supreme. Obviously, that was our intro to Mr. Honey Supreme, but I was going to ask him about it. So hopefully that's what he's doing. He's trying to get his clout back up. But girl ran me down to the ground. I can't wait till I can show y'all these screenshots. Ooh, I can't wait till I can show y'all these screenshots. I really, y'all know I'm not going to release all of his business just because I'm annoyed. I'm going to tell you that right now, but I am going to show y'all the screenshots of the conversation that was about the interview, because dude definitely ran me down to ever since my birthday, since that conversation we had, every day it was a message. Come on, when you doing the interview, give me an update, give me an update. I'm like, bro, like I got other stuff going on. There's been a lot of stuff going on because y'all seen them views been viewing, and I think that's why them girls are super mad at me. I ain't saying girls, just one specific girl. Them views has been viewing lately, and even though I know Avo don't want me posting him, even though he wants to be a celebrity, even though he wanted us posting him last week, but now he doesn't want people posting him. Congratulations to him for going viral and giving me some tea. So there was a lot of tea going on. And I literally had to put a pause to my tea because I was literally just trying to be the person that I said I was. I said I would do it for you, so I'm going to put everything aside like I said I would, and I'm going to do it. I knew he's going to do it. I can't... Yep. Where did he run down? Shout out to Bedtime. Big Mama. Oh, the skinny girl let Bruce in it. Why y'all don't never let us dance on that part? Y'all be like, hey, I just got on. Why was Honey Supreme in jail? Did I miss the Honey Supreme interview? Man, Tommy about to have a field day with this cancellation. He said this how Honey Supreme does. He probably is. He probably gonna be up there eating it up. I told Bedtime she want to keep posting him. She want to keep keeping his name alive. Nobody ain't care. I told her she should have cut him off, but now I canceled him. Who knows? He probably gonna eat me up, y'all. He probably gonna eat me up. I mean, but at the end of the day, all I did was agree to do it. Now I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I missed my interview money. So who are y'all coming in here? The Honey Supreme interview is canceled. I asked him to be sober for the interview. When I called him, he did not sound like he was sober. He also sent me a message beforehand that said he was scared. Scared was not spelled right, so it scared me that he did not follow the directions of being sober like I asked. He says he is sober, but he's nervous about the interview and he doesn't want to do the interview. I could barely understand anything the man was saying. Here, let me try and play it for y'all. I realized when I pushed screen record, I don't think it recorded my voice, but hold on. Hold up.
All right, what up?
I believe I saw the bad one.
What you mean?
And sorry, y'all, it didn't record my voice because I had it on media only. I didn't put it on voice because it was a quick thing like, hey, what's going on, bro? Like, I don't want to be late to my podcast. So here, listen up.
No. All right, well, I don't know.
Hold on, y'all. There was some long pauses in between.
All right, they gonna be able to see my face. Yeah.
And I don't want to just let y'all keep hearing that, but by the end all be all, I said, "Are you gonna do the interview?" He said, "No." Y'all, as y'all could see, I was barely even getting responses out of him. I ain't gonna talk to anybody like they're a child, so I was just sitting up there letting him, speak or not speak, or waiting for his responses in between. I just don't know why he ran me down. I could completely get if I asked you to do something and then you decided not to do it last minute, but I don't understand why you asked me to do it, ran me down to do it. And then not, but I like it because thank you for shout out on Bedtime. Hey, I just got on watching this pink out. But look, so apparently this is what I really wanted to ask about. Apparently he said that he went to jail for putting the paws on his neighbor or getting into a fight with his neighbor. When we saw the paperwork said something about damage to city property and battery to a public service worker and some other stuff. So I really just wanted to know how those things coincided, because you said you was fighting your neighbor and somehow you got to messing up public property and a battery of a transit worker, which is probably like a bus driver or a train worker or something like that. Then Honey Supreme also called me on live stream with one of his friends when I was like, "Hey, pretty girl," in the don't worry, believe me, you already know I'm gonna drop the receipts and all of that in the breakdown bust down video. But called me on a live stream and she was saying something about he was kicking in people's doors and kicking in people's windows. Now, I didn't know if that was a substance thing or not, so I didn't definitely necessarily want to put it in the video because that was hot tea. So I was saving it for the podcast. Like, bro, you kicking in people's doors, you kicking in people's windows. Like, what would entice you to kind of do something like that kind of thing? So I really don't know. So maybe whoever, like I said, he's linking up with, giving him the real story. But again, I had already told him that feel free to do your story with anybody because I already knew my questions were going to be unique. But as far as why he ran me down to the ground, I do not know. Man, Tommy better have a field day. You got me dancing now, Big Mama. He gonna be happy because he swears you copying him. Girl, one, copying him. You can't copy somebody off of something that somebody asked you to do. One, because and no offense to Tommy, but there's obviously different setups to multiple different things. Tommy has what he has. It's a unique little feature that he has where he is somewhat in the tea and he is also reporting the tea to you. So he has that relationship with the guests where it goes from a conversation about whatever he's trying to get the information on to having reads and having arguments and having all that other stuff. That would obviously never happen on any thing that I produced. So there would be no way to copy him. Now, if I made a posted video like somebody else did and threw in 1,000 memes when they already got 200, 300 videos on their channel and they never did it before, and then all of a sudden they do it, and I'm not talking about anybody outside because Tommy did that before too on his posted video. But again, I'm an adult. I'm not a child where I'm like, oh my God, let me say that somebody is copying me when they're not. I have already given Tommy his flowers a billion times for being the first person on this side of the internet, just like I was the first person on this side of the internet to do a lot of things. I have already given him flowers for that. So if somebody wants to say, hey, somebody is doing something that I've done because they were asked to do it by someone else and they've also given me flowers multiple times for it, that's how you present it. When you want to negate certain information and only present the negative part of it and not the positive part of it, it's a waste of time for me to even care, honestly, because I already know your perception. You could talk as good as you. I'm the nicest person. I'm the only person on YouTube who is nice to Alvo. Let's keep it 100. The only channel that reports on YouTube that is nice to Alvo. And I'm the only person that he's constantly coming at. So when you realize that there is no logic with ignorance, you can either decide to keep playing childish games with these people, because that's another reason. I'm like, I didn't even want to do this setup because it's just not what I do on my channel. I get the tea for free. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I wasn't necessarily into it. But who knows? Not it scared you. It did. He said, I'm scared and it scared me. He said, I'm scared and it scared me because scared won't spell right. So I was like, oh Lord, hopefully he's sober. Why he keeps saying hello? That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm asking questions like, hey, what's up? Why you nervous? What's going on? Hey, why'd you ask me to do this saying you don't want to do it? I don't know. The only clear question I got of was, are they going to see my face? And I said, obviously, yes, because if you want people to support you and you want them to see you in a vulnerable state, just like they saw your face on other things, of course, they're going to see your face. And then I got a clear no. Other than that, when I was trying to be my normal managerial self, trying to, be nice and with person, I was like, hey, what's going on? Why did you blow me up? And then all of a sudden you MIA. That's literally what I was getting. So I was assuming, of course, y'all know Bedtime, unless I have receipts, I don't put anything on the fact. So I was assuming he wasn't able to be sober as I asked him to. And maybe that's why he didn't want to do it. But then again, I don't know. For all I know, it was a setup from the beginning. But y'all already know we need some wake up tea. So maybe this might just woke it up. Girl, he gonna always have somebody copying him when he really in reality, he envy you. Girl, and there's not no need to. I don't think that Tommy envies me. I'm gonna be honest. Because Tommy gets his numbers. Now, I think if Tommy was like some other people and they couldn't get their own numbers, and then I was getting my numbers, I think there would be a little bit more envy there. I don't think Tommy envies me. I think that Tommy's initial rise to, I don't want to call it fame, but when he really started making money on his YouTube channel again from on the past when he was doing it, was when he started talking about YouTube. I say YouTube. Shamar. I believe that I was Tommy's main barrier in him talking about Shamar and not talking about Shamar, even though I felt like, hey, if this is what you're going to do, if you're going to talk about Shamar, talk about Shamar. Just own it. Don't get mad at me because I'm saying, hey, you're talking about a disabled person every day. If you're going to do it, do it. You had your reasons for doing it. Just stand on it strong. But I think he felt as though my perception, like, I don't know, I felt like he felt like that was a barrier and people was coming at him on YouTube constantly about what he was doing. So I felt like that's where Tommy's malice came from for me, is that his whole little thing that he had built up off of Shamar, he slightly had to beeline because the supporters were starting to get hit. But I don't think that Tommy necessarily is. I do think some other people who when a person is only getting on the internet and all they talk about is people making money off of them, why aren't you making your own money? If you were making money off yourself, I promise you wouldn't care who was making money off of you. Now, you would be upset that they were spreading misinformation about you, but we already know that's 100% lie, that Bedtime doesn't do that. So your issue with me is because I'm making money off of talking about your name, and you've already said that multiple times, but that's not my fault. You should be tripling the money that I make talking about your name. That's what everybody else does. Do you think that people who talk about Blueface is making the same much money as Blueface? Do you think that people that's talking about Krishan is making the same much money as Krishan? Do you think people who talking about Natalie Nunn is making the same money as Natalie Nunn? They should never even be. Half the people don't even have time to watch the channels that's talking about them because they so busy making money. So when you constantly talking about the fact that somebody else is posting you and they're making money, oh, they're getting views off my name, but then you get highlighting people on TikTok who posting videos of you who getting a lot of views. No, what you don't want is the truth. You don't want people to see the sneaky things that you're trying to do, and you don't want them highlighted. And that's why you have an issue, because you wouldn't have been in my comments talking about, I love a Bedtime, you're so unbiased. Oh, Bedtime, I thought you was this, I thought you was that. Oh, I came over here to support your live. You wouldn't be in my live stream 10 times. That's when your numbers was up. You was in my live streams all the time. But now that your numbers down, it don't matter how good I talk about you, you always got something upset. Some people just wake up angry. Some people have a negative outlook on life. And they want to show it to certain people, but it's not going to happen because especially too, I heard that he's talking about I'm not going live with Shamar no more because Shamar tried to get my page clipped. Why? Once I can guarantee you, if Tommy never talked about Albo, or if Albo never talked about Tommy in his video, or he never talked about Shamar, I promise you, at least on my channel, he would fade out. The only reason I even post the stuff that doesn't have anything to do with them is because I want to show that you're doing something good. I want to show that you're doing your own thing, you grinding, you over there smiling for once. It's rare that I see Albo smiling. I seen him smiling last night because he went home with his mama, and he was grinning up a storm. He was dancing around. He got his hair done. He got his hair braided. That's the type of stuff I like to see. But when you're trying to say, hey, I didn't scam a person, when there's all type of evidence that you did scam them and you even admitted to scamming them, and you don't want some. What if I wasn't being dishonest? I would have no issue with a channel like mine. I would want a channel like mine around to clock the truth. That's why you see in the intro, Bedtime always gonna clock the real tea, because whether or not you like the tea, you know Bedtime is going to clock it for real. Just like everybody was saying, Albo got knocked out. I promise y'all. Let me read some of y'all comments before I go to my thing. So make sure y'all smash the like button. Hold on. You tried with genuine intention. I can tell it was great energy behind it. Sad because this could have been the stepping stone to having a storyline of his own and himself in the light to which he wants. Clock it, Slim. Let me read that again. You tried with genuine intention. I can tell it was great energy behind it. Sad because this could have been his stepping stone to having a storyline of his own and show himself in a light to which he wants. Clock it. To a light in which he wants is the major thing. You do not let anybody portray you in the way that you don't want to be portrayed. And there's so many things that I thought Mr. Honey Supreme could have done to further his career that I didn't want to tell him in a personal message, because I didn't want to seem as though I was streamlining your career for you. Because if you went to go do something crazy later, I was going to clock it. So I don't like to build that friendship. But if I give you some business level advice, because we're on public live stream with everybody, and that's exactly what I thought. You can get your own, build your YouTube channel. I'll tell you how to build your YouTube channel. I'll help you build your YouTube channel. So because you're doing something that I advocate for. I advocate for people doing positive things. So that was something that I could stand behind. Almost every interview Honey Supreme had or planned event like his birthday, etc., got crazy, went left, or unexpectedly canceled. Perhaps him canceling the interview is a blessing in disguise. And I'm gonna be honest, I was nervous about it because y'all know I'm not. I love my Bussy Bunch down, I really do. But as far as having any like conversations with them and stuff, like the interview would have went left. Like imagine me on a podcast with Tommy the Gossip. Tommy the Gossip stopped cursing me out. I'm either gonna let him do it and just listen to him, because I'm not a combative. I'm not gonna combat like. I don't do that. I don't just sit up there and argue. If I'm arguing with somebody, it's probably because we're about to fight or something, or I'm just going on my own adult way. You know what I mean? Kind of thing. So it's either that I'll let you go off at the handle, or I would have just hung up the podcast and it would have ended anyway. So that's why I've been kind of staying away from this stuff. Like there's Honey Supreme is not the first person to reach out to me and ask me to do this. Mr. Honey Supreme was just the most comfortable one I was, where I felt like he took feedback at least somewhat well. And again, he was advocating something I could stand behind. I'm not hopping on no live with no jigger, popping no yerkies or nothing crazy like that, because his people even reached out to me. Hey, can you help him do this? Can you help him do that? And I'm like, look, I can't help him do nothing. I can post him if he do something that's crazy that's go viral, but I can't help that man do nothing because I don't advocate for what he stands for. Messy Maj and the other broke influencers that ain't making money. Without no Albo, no Marco, who is Tommy, who cares about a clue. F them, this is too much. All this for free, couldn't pay me enough, and I'm a part of the LGBTQ. No shade. I feel you. That's why I said this. I'm like, I ain't gonna say that I didn't want to do this, but to me, that's what I felt like. I felt like it was a lot. It was a lot for something that I didn't specifically see. Y'all make sure y'all help me get that super chat go. Please don't. I know y'all on my church. Of course, DJ, of course. But anyway, to the normal tea because again, like I said, Tommy just put him in the tea yesterday, but we'll see how long that lasts. If Tommy continues to keep him popping, obviously I'm going to break it down and bust it down for the people who aren't in the live stream and do a posted video tomorrow. Um, but apparently, Mr. Honey Supreme is trying to get back with Shamar. And another question I was going to ask him, which y'all know in the past before, I have said that I originally thought that Mr. Honey Supreme would have dated Shamar, even if Shamar wasn't who Shamar was in general. So I wanted to ask him that question, like, hey, do you feel like you would have dated Shamar if he wasn't who Shamar was, if he was just a neighbor who was down the street? Have you ever had a monogamous, genuine relationship? Because we see you jumping from Shamar to Chef D to Tommy the Gossip. And I'm going to tell y'all something right now. This might sound crazy, so coming out of my mouth, but if I wanted Shamar, I would get Shamar. And what I mean is, I don't mean like tea and all that stuff, because again, I don't go to nobody's DM asking them about no personal tea, okay? But what I'm saying is, I feel like if somebody actually wanted to be in a relationship with Shamar, they would be in a relationship with Shamar. I think Shamar is a very loving person when it comes at least to his relationships, and he's obviously open to them constantly. I think what throws him off is people doing funny stuff, like Avery going to go link up with his now best friend, who was his ops at the time. And Mr. Honey Supreme also did the same thing. Now, y'all know I advocated for Mr. Honey Supreme because he was for a minute, he was doing really good with not speaking negatively on Shamar, just because whoever he was consorting with was speaking negatively on Shamar. And then he came back around one day saying, oh, he was going to beat Shamar SSA and he was going to do all this. And I'm like, where is all of this coming from? Do you actually have a reason to want to fight Shamar, or are you just doing this for clout? But when you jump from people to people to people, I promise you, you could not pay me $1 million to get on live stream with none of these people who are insulting me. So that was going to be my response to, do I think you're a clout chaser? Yes, because those actions that you do show clout chasing. And if you actually genuinely wanted to be in a relationship with Shamar, I think you could have been. My girl asked me the other day when I was watching a video of Zai, Shamar's new man, and him, why every time Shamar have a conversation with his quote unquote new man, it's on live stream. That's because they want to be seen. Whoever that person is, they want to be seen talking to Shamar. They're not getting no clout off of Shamar just talking to Shamar on the phone. You got to talk to Shamar on the live stream so all the people can see. And that's exactly what everybody did. Mr. Honey Supreme brought in all type of sisters, tried to get Shamar and no slow leak, so he wasn't going for it. Tried to get all type of videos done. But again, until somebody else brought it up, I don't expose T. But once you ask me a question, I'm going to give you the answer. And that was my plan, to answer him, but in person, directly. Tommy the T, is you or not a content creator with none of them? Tommy the T, is you or not a content creator? Tommy, where your my job? Please don't read my next time. Oh yeah. Thank you for reminding me what we do. But yeah, and this is why, like, I ain't gonna say I don't care about certain perceptions that come out, but if the perceptions make no sense, why would I try to boggle it? If I stare at something that's pink and try to make it green, it's never going to turn green. And all I'm going to do is keep staring at it till it becomes pink. Because the first thing, I promise, I lie to y'all not, I was on DITV on Instagram, and shout out to DITV on Instagram because she definitely be getting the hot tea. But I was on DITV on Instagram. All I saw was a clip of boom, elbow, boom, hit the floor. Do y'all know my first instant reaction was, I want to know what happened before this, because I could see the obvious, the dude stepping on the couch, elbow being dragged behind the couch, but it was only like a 15-second clip. So you know what Bedtime going to do. Do y'all know how long it took me to break down all of that stuff in that live stream? And that's why my videos ended up doing so well, because the live streams were so confusing. A lot of people didn't know what was going on. So, once I did my story, but I'm telling you, I think the show had been running for 2 days at the time. and he wasn't cutting off the camera. So it was a 24-hour live stream. So I had to go through about 10 hours of footage before I even got to the footage of what happened to Alvo. Then what happened to Alvo, I had to rewind it back 2 hours to even see what led up to it. I don't want to just see one part of somebody. I want to see what led up to it. Every single person on TikTok that he keeps advocating for, and YouTube and Instagram, the only tagline was Alvo got knocked out. Alvo got knocked out. Alvo got knocked out. The only person who put in their video, Alvo got jumped, Alvo got 2v1, was Bedtime. And then once Bedtime posted it, and the supporters, which I see y'all do all the time, thank you, make my influence evident, and they take it to other platforms and they leave it in other people's comments and let people know, hey, go watch this video, or no, I actually seen this, or oh, I actually seen the truth. That's when it started to wake up. So why is it so easy for you to say something about somebody else knowing that this person is nice to you? You have to have something deep, deep, deep down inside that nobody could ever change, that you can only change on your own to be that malice. I promise you. The man sent me a comment saying, hey, stop posting me on your page or I'm going to reach out to YouTube. It's not going to happen. If I don't, I'm telling y'all, going into 2026, I don't know what makes these folks think they're going to be on the internet speaking negatively on people, being toxic, arguing with people, spatting stuff about LGBTQ, spreading stuff about people having a house in Virginia, and think that they're going to be on this here internet and Bedtime not. I promise you. The difference is you always got to be you. You always got to be you. I could be Bedtime. I could be Knock Your Block Off Tea. I could be Floor Tea. I could have 1,000, I could have 1,000 different names. I could come back and resurface as a person. You don't even know who I am. So I don't know why these folks keep thinking. I don't know if I don't know, maybe my conversation ain't given. Maybe the warnings that I'm giving ain't given. But I'm telling you, if I don't have a YouTube channel and it's due to somebody else, they won't have one either. And I can guarantee you that. So I don't know why people think that they could ever scare me. It's not going to happen. If you want me to say good things, then do good things. And I do that, but because I'm making the numbers behind it, because if you lie, it gets caught. You don't want me to have a channel, but you're okay with anybody else's channel who speaks good about you, or you're okay with somebody else's channel who don't put in no receipts, because you can combat what they say with lying, where you can't combat Bedtime with lying. They tried it. You realize it? How many months did we go of, let me tell you, lie. People even said I was calling up the jails trying to get people locked up. Do I remember that? And now you want my channel down. Why can't you just go read for me like you go with everybody else? Just talk ish about me like you claim I talk ish about you. You talk ish about Tommy. Tommy talk ish about you every day. You ain't trying to take down Tommy page. They don't like them receipts. I live on my the live one on commercial. You might answer it, but I didn't hear it. Did Tommy and Shamar fall out again? If so, why? No, I don't think they fell out because Tommy and Shamar was on live earlier today, but Tommy did. I don't think they fell out. I don't think they would I think it would have to be something big for them to fall out, especially with everything that was going on the internet. But I do believe that Shamar, I don't know. I haven't seen anything because, again, I was gearing up for this BS. But from what I can see, Tommy did add Shamar to his court segment yesterday. But I don't think Shamar got upset about that. I'm sure they probably just had a conversation about it or whatever, because Tommy, let me give y'all the tea. Tommy was on Instagram earlier apologizing, which I ain't gonna say I knew it was gonna happen, but shout out to Tommy because he's been giving a lot more apologies lately. But he was on live stream with somebody, basically one of his friends. He basically told all her business on the live stream right after he basically put Shamar on the docket and spilled all her tea, and then he came on Instagram to apologize to her for spilling her tea. But then at the end of the video, he said there was another person that somebody asked him about in the live stream, and he was like, hey, I'm not going to speak on them because they really my friend, and I love them, and even though they doing messed up stuff, I don't want to it's a time and place to do everything basically, and I don't want to do it on the internet. And I was like, yeah, that's the way you go, Tommy. Like, that's where you go. You don't, like I said, is I literally have friends that are YouTubers right now. They could have something. I have had y'all ask me to speak on people, and I'm like, hey, I'm not gonna speak on them. I done been in a personal picture with them. I done been invited to their party. I done been at the club with them. Like, I ain't gonna speak on that person because that's just weird to me. So he ended up going on Instagram and apologizing to whoever it was. But I'm like, Tommy already knew that because you said that about your other friend, that you wasn't going to speak on them because, you loved them and they was your friend. And even though they was doing messed up stuff, you didn't want to put them out. But then right before that, you put out two of your other friends, Here, back with this. It's making my throat. I think you are doing an amazing job, young lady. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate it. And I love all my bedtime bands, and I really love when I see all the, when I see so many men in here. Albo, mind your business warning. I mean, I'm minding his business so he can mind my business. But as far as trying to do malice stuff to me when I'm the nicest person on the internet to you, it's not going to go down. Because I'd be really wondering with Albo, like, what do you want me to do? My bedtime, not to say that I'm going to do it. But let's think about this here. You want me to literally say that you're the best person in the world, you don't do anything wrong, that you don't lie, because I don't know what else I can do. I'm already highlighting the best parts of you that nobody on the internet does. Okay? Even when people saying you getting knocked out, I'm clearing it up that he 2v1. And now all of a sudden that those phony people who never liked you before, who like you now. But bedtime could always see the good in you, even when other people was bringing up the bad. It just goes to show that there's just something deep, deep, deep down inside. So if I were to switch up, you basically just want me to be your buddy, your team, your homie, because I don't understand what else I could do differently. You don't want me to say any of your truths. You want me to lie for you, basically, because that's what if I would come up here and if I literally came up here right now and said, Albo, don't be lying, y'all would be canceling me, talking about, girl, you lying. What are you talking about? You seen a nigga lie 72,000 times. Albo didn't use Shamar after he made 12,000 videos that said I use Shamar. I don't know if they want my brain to just be just as like my brain can never work that. Like I literally would have to be off the internet to ever be that dishonest or like lie. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Get to your heart, and we should be apart, baby. I just can't do it. And sometimes it makes me wanna cry. So Tommy was wrong for recording Marco without him knowing. When did he record Shamar? They fake. I think they're doing an amazing job. I told you I don't want that, babe. Thank you, though, baby. I was surprised when I saw last week Tommy and Shamar reconcile. Oh, you late, Deontay? They be reconciliated. I was like, when did this happen? LOL. That's why y'all gotta watch Bedtime. I don't mean no harm. If you're not watching Bedtime, you're not keeping up with the current tea. You might be seeing clips, you might be, seeing things, but the thing is sometimes because, like, let's see, if you sitting on if somebody's on a live stream, just like y'all do me, I might start off talking about one subject, right? And then 10 minutes later, I'm gonna talk about that same subject. But I'm not doing it all at the same time. So you probably forgetting what I'm saying at the beginning of the video to what I'm saying 30 minutes into the video to what I'm saying 2 hours later in the video. So when you take somebody spoke about Kale in this part, somebody spoke about Kale in this part, somebody spoke about Kale in this part, and you put it all together in a segment. And that's not their fault, just like y'all do me. If comments come up, I'm going to talk about subjects as they come along, if that makes any sense. So sometimes it's hard to understand what's going on in the video, even though you're watching the video with your own 2 eyes. There might be stuff that you didn't hear. I do a lot of static taken out of my videos. I pay $20 a month for this app to basically just make voices clearer for y'all, because half the time when you watch it on YouTube, or you're listening to somebody's live stream, they got all type of static in the background. Kale got 1,000 people at the shelter in the background. Like, I don't know if y'all noticed those small things, but literally, so I try to highlight certain things. So something that you may have heard in somebody else's video, you didn't hear in my video, or you might have heard in my video that you didn't hear in somebody else's video. But shout out to all y'all here supporting me. Y'all is holding it down. Where's Honey Supreme Council, y'all? Honey Supreme begged me to do an interview and then did not want to do it anymore. And you should have been here at 8 o'clock, because if Mr. Honey Supreme was here, it would have been down there over by now. I guess you would have got the playback. Thank you for stopping in, though. That's what the real issue is with you. You show receipts. I know. That's why they want to. That's why he wants to stop me from posting him, because he knows I can come up here just like other people come up here and run my mouth and say here, she say, and just talk, just like they do. Talk. But even when people were relying on me and I could provide receipts and I didn't have to use my mouth to do it, that's what made him upset, because you can't contest receipts. See, when you don't have a receipt, you can come up here like you did Tommy and Shamar for 30 days and 30 nights, adding and gaslighting and piling up onto the story because nobody has proof of what you got going on. The receipts is really the issue, because literally nobody can tell me a legit, every issue has been debunked and you still haven't come back with a reason. Tommy said that I didn't give him any congratulations. I played 20 clips in a row of me giving Tommy congratulations, even though he knows, because he watched all my videos. And that's my thing. It's like y'all literally making up stuff that's not even true. Come with something real. Say, hey, man, I said that girl didn't post me. She didn't say nothing nice about me, but the girl just played 5 clips in a row where she did. My bad. No, you never come back around to that. I just said that all I do is tell the truth and I never lie, but the girl just played 20 clips in a row of me saying one thing and then saying another thing. My bad. Let me come back around. The girl popped out on the internet, and everybody that I'm advocating for against her, besides a couple of people who shout out to them who kept their own uniqueness, is darn near trying to be like her. But you're not blind to it. You see it. So when stuff like that is going on, it's like I could be up here like Alvo. Oh my God, I'm doing all of this on the YouTube channel. I post every day. I get the highest numbers. I get all of this. I'm viral. And they not giving me. I don't care, bro. Like, I don't care. All I care about is posting my content, making my money. I'm not comparing myself to anybody. So I don't have to, you know what I'm saying? So that's the thing that be getting me. It's like, I'm not scared to say that my channel is based off Shamar, Alvo, and Tommy. I don't understand why that gut wrenches them. Tommy's like, please, Alvo is saying that Tommy is so obsessed, and I get it. A lot of y'all think the same thing, but I don't think the same thing. Why? Because Alvo talks about Tommy just as much. He keeps saying that Tommy gave him a challenge to not talk about him and Shamar for 60 days and to do his own thing. But at the end of the day, he was giving you $500. You can't offer the same $500. He literally talks about Tommy in every video while he's saying Tommy needs to stop talking about people. Like, I can't have my brain work like that. I don't see people, I see actions. The same way you're literally, if you wanted Tommy to stop talking about you, I promise y'all, you would get up here and you would stop talking about that person. Y'all probably don't even know who I'm talking about right now, because I told y'all I was going to stop speaking on a person. Okay, no matter what they said about me, I was going to stop speaking about them. You have never seen them in another video since then. Even if I put them in a video, I might even cover up their face or change their voice or just tell you about it. Because when Bedtime says she done, she actually done. I actually know how to end a conversation. So it makes them, because y'all not speak on mental capacity, but it makes you not look as intelligent as you claim to be when you're saying, hey, I don't want this person speaking on me, but then you're speaking on them for them to come back with a response. So what you're saying is you want to continue to speak about a person, but you don't want them to speak on you. Then you're still talking about going live with Shamar, the same person that you scammed, the same person that you said was gross, disgusting, and was slow. That's the same person that you keep going live with every day. So the same way you say that Tommy wouldn't be no one without Shamar, you wouldn't be anyone without Shamar and Tommy. I'm your content. Avo has made over 15 videos about me and other reaction channels, blog pages, or clip pages. So I don't know if it's a storyline they running with just to have something to talk about when the tea die down, or whatever the case may be. But until you come with some actual something that makes sense, your opinion don't matter to me. Like, I'm sorry, I really wish it did. Like, if you felt like you got some sense and you have some experience in the matter, then I will, then I could understand, because you can learn from a 7-year-old. You can learn from anybody. It's not about that, but it's more so about just being honest. When I don't even see you as an honest person, then none of your feedback matters. Yes, you do give Alvo grace. Alvo is okay with bloggers until they show receipts of him lying, especially him lying to his supporters for money. Even, earlier I heard him say that he said they don't want me to win, they don't want me to be successful, and I'm like, that's untrue. I want you to be very successful. I want you to win. What do you mean? I'm the only one who doesn't have an issue with you begging. I'm the only one who says certain things, like y'all said, y'all always used to tell me that I used to defend him. But that's the issue. When you say that I don't want you to be successful, what you mean is you're showing my truths. And when you show my truths, now that my supporters don't think that this money may be for what I'm asking for, since I have been outed multiple times, that's how you don't want me to be successful. And that's what I felt like Tommy felt like the wedge was with Shamar. And if you feel like I'm drawing a wedge between you and your supporters, then stop doing what you're doing. That's not my intentions. I could care less about what you got going on with your supporters. Your supporters are your supporters. They don't care if you lie 72,000 times. They're going to still be your supporters. But I can't say that it's not a lie. Like, I'll be confused. I will be like, how dare they expose the lies? Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't get it at all. Like, I will be lying through them gold teeth. Yeah, I didn't even realize that. That's Tamika. Stop. Sorry, y'all know I don't do the name calling or the insulting or none of that. But you don't want none of the channels down that's saying that your teeth yellow. You don't want none of the channels down that's calling you all type of crazy names that has to do with your skin color. You only focused on the nicest person to you. It's either a weak-bodied move or it's a mental disconnect that I can never explain to y'all, and I won't try to, because people's mental capacity ain't got nothing to do with me. Yo, Slim, right? I think she was out for that. I think he says anything to get attention. But that's what I be thinking. Like, and I know for sure, like, me and Tommy, we kind of go back and forth. If it die down a little bit, I already know Tommy gonna wake it up. If Tommy don't speak on bedtime in the video, I am surprised, honey. And I get it. Keep me relevant, keep me in the tea, and that's what we're all doing for each other. Every time we bicker back and forth with each other, that's what we do. But he be going too deep. When you trying to make up lies, talking about somebody, like, man, that is crazy. Crazy. Imagine me waking up being like, y'all, Alvo found out where I work, y'all. He called my job. Not only did he call my job, but my job told me that his name was Alexander Green. When he called, they gave me his phone number in case I wanted to do anything about it. Like, that doesn't even happen in real life. And the fact that after a lie like that, I'm still not calling you out of your name. I'm still not. And mind you, I would never do that, but the receipts that I show, I could go a lot deeper. Again, I do not expose. I let them show the things that they expose, and then I just match the receipts to it. There's a whole lot of things that I see that I do not highlight. I'm telling y'all, bro. And my girl, boy, if y'all was a fly on the wall, so much stuff. I forgot. I ain't even gonna tell y'all about that. I forgot that. They both talk about each other and swear they don't talk about each other. Girl, I be thinking I'm going crazy. I don't know how y'all can listen to it, yo. I be listening to it like, am I going crazy? Did he just not just speak about him? Did he just not speak about him? I do think Tommy does that too, but I think Tommy even makes himself crazy. He realizes after he say it 72 times that, damn, I do that too, so let me move on. Alvo could ride the train out for 1,000 years, and he really wants you to be like. I feel like for the most part, Tommy is himself. Every now and then, he has a sympathy moment where he wants you to feel bad for him for talking mean about people every day. But for the most part, he's himself. Alvo, on the other hand, how you up here being mean to people every single day, and then Every single day you're upset saying that somebody speaks on you. It's crazy to me. That's what I said. When the channels, when you start focusing on somebody who's actually insulting you, who's actually trying to defame your character, who actually doesn't want you to be successful, then you can say, or come with something valid. I really need like a debate subject. There's nothing valid about anything they say. It's almost like debating with a 7-year-old. Like, okay, John, if I give you 4 quarters, you give me the $1. He's like, and they don't think it's the same thing. It's like, yes, John, it's 4 quarters. Here's 4 quarters. It's $1. It's the same thing, John. But John is never gonna understand that 4 quarters equals $1, and it's not my business to make John understand that. But I do think that's my biggest thing, and I wanted to even hit on that before the thing was over. His biggest thing is definitely upset about other people's numbers when he not hitting those numbers. I'm trying to send a super chat, but my account is bugging. I have to verify my account. JJ. What's going on with your account? They better not be messing up my money. And I got support and pinned at the top too. I don't understand how they try to tell someone what they can or can't do on their platform. And that's the thing to me, Tamika. I take feedback, especially like from y'all or somebody who I really wants my channel to be successful. But YouTube allows reaction channels. Reaction channels were around before Alva was born. Okay, before I was born. Before all these people, this is not you. This is not anything new. And mind you, y'all know I'm gonna put the receipt in the video. I have literally the receipt of Avo saying, y'all, literally last week, screen record me. I want to go viral before I go in a Messy Mind show. Get ready to screen record. I'm going on the Messy Mind show. So you want them to screen record. You want them to post you. You want to go viral. You want to be all up in the clout, but you just don't want the truth about what's going on. You cannot pick and choose. You posting something on a public platform. Put your video on private. Only let your supporters see your video. Put it on members only. Angelina Jolie, and yes, I'm comparing you to Angelina Jolie because that's who you want to be, right? You want to be an actor. You want to be a famous. Do you think that you're going to be? Do you think anybody's going to care about how you feel when they're giving reviews on your movies, when they're giving reviews on your shows, when they're giving reviews on your modeling career? Even think about going on a show something as small as Love Island. Do you see cachets, comments? I don't know why these people want to be fake famous. You want to be famous when you want to be famous, and then you think that you can navigate people's opinions. It's crazy to me. And YouTube allows reaction channels for a reason. YouTube allows you to use clips for commentary purposes for a reason. But then again, this is all repetitive explaining, because this is the same man who was in my comments saying, hey, Bedtime, I'm going to support you. You're unbiased. Because I posted something that was proof to someone else. Because for the first time you wasn't lying, and people was trying to say you was lying, and who woke it up? You're not lying. So the fact that somebody is so nice to you really makes me think that it's something deeper that has nothing to do with me. That every day you wake up, I put on my makeup and say a little prayer for you. Forever, you'll be in my heart, and I will post you. They didn't let you send that super chat. I also got my CA pinned at the top. Yeah, anybody want to support Bedtime without no taxes? I feel everything he says to others is about himself. He projecting while trying to reflect in the midst of chaos. And y'all, I like that. In the midst of chaos, he creates because he's uncomfortable, and misery loves company. And you know what? Some terms you always hear the terms, and you really be thinking like, oh, that's just because you don't hang around people like that, or you just disassociate yourself with people like that. You don't really think that stuff like that matters, if that makes any sense. But I'm starting to realize the misery loves company thing. Like I get it. It's hard to not be that person. It's hard to not. And I got to give it to them. It's hard to not look at a person's numbers and like, damn, they making money off talking about me, and I'm not even making no money. But let me tell you something right now. Every piece of advice I give them, they take it without trying to act like they didn't take it. Alvo was darn near canceled on YouTube and TikTok, everywhere, before this recent stuff with J-Rock and before he went viral on the Messy Maj show, which was Messy Maj's content on his platform, not on Alvo's platform, because I guarantee if you did the same content on his platform, it wouldn't have went as viral, because you have to have a platform. You have to have the basis. You have to have the people there to even spread it around for you. You can't go viral without anybody spreading it around for you. So I guarantee you, if he would have, the reason that people switched up from not liking Alvo in the last 48 hours to liking Alvo is because they saw him as someone chivalrous. Now, even when the thing happened with the girl Fabo, my girl was like, "What? Alvo jumped in there?" And I'm like, "No, I didn't even have to see the video. I already know. I said Alvo not hitting no girl. I already know Alvo not hitting no girl. The inmate took TikTok over there for them just to find out. But I already knew. I watch Alvo. I see how he talk, and he does a lot of stuff. But putting his hand on the female ain't something I see him doing. He barely put his hand back on men when they put his hand on him. So I doubt if he's going to do it to a female. So I already knew off break that wasn't going to happen. But if he took that and ran with it, his numbers would be doubling right now. If you're doing something and your numbers are low, and then you do something and your numbers are high, in the business world, you continue to do whatever you was doing to make the high numbers. People saw him as a chivalrous man, as a kind man, as somebody who protects women. That's why people started to gravitate more back on his side. Even though everybody on the internet tried to play like Alvo blamed, that Alvo was to blame, I said Alvo wasn't to blame. That man is a grown man, and it doesn't matter what I said. Somebody said it's a messy house. We're supposed to be getting messy, but it doesn't mean you physically put your hands on anybody. If he kept that same energy, Alvo's numbers would be doubled right now. But what did Alvo do? He went right back to live stream. He talking about Tommy being obsessed with him. He's obsessed with the bloggers, the reaction channel, because that's all he talk about. All he talk about is people posting him, people posting him, people posting him, people posting him. But I feel like I'm posting you, talking about you posting people. If he came over here and brought that same positive energy, I guarantee you his numbers would double. No, you're going back to doing the same things that wasn't before. And you might say, "Oh, I don't care about numbers. I don't care about bloggers." You don't get to pick and choose. You don't get to care. You don't get to care when you want to care and not care when you want to care. When you was with Shamar, you want to run around. You want to be famous. You got your wish. You're famous now. And people are going to post you, but you're only okay with people posting you who post the truth. And the reason that I'm chatting so much about that, because again, I'm going into 2026 letting folks know that we're not going to keep going down this rodeo. If you trying to take down Bedtime channel, understand me. I have never advocated, even when they was reporting that man's Cash App, they was reporting his YouTube, it was peeing me off. I was going hard for that man. I was going hard for him while he was in jail. And you come out and lie on me, that is some deep stuff that I could never imagine. But then again, we're talking about a person who has never confirmed or cleared up the fact that they came up here and said that their mother's current husband tried to sleep with them. And they think that we're supposed to just forget about it. We supposed to, was it true or was it false? We supposed to, we the bad people for forgetting about something that could have ruined somebody's life. We're the bad people, though. Because I've always believed Alvo in that sense. But you never came back and clear. Who puts an accusation like that out about a person and doesn't come back to clear it up? So how can I think you're going to clear up an accusation about me saying that you didn't get knocked out, you got jumped, when you won't even clear up an accusation about apparently your mother's love of their life, dog? Like, and this might be all entertainment and it might be fun half the time, and that's what I try to keep it to in content. But when it goes deep into somebody trying to reflect on my character or what I do on my channel, it's like, how can I take anything that you're saying into consideration? I really wish I could. I really, really, really wish I could. If Tommy would have got up there and gave some advice on I don't know, setting up an interview or how to have dual people on live stream or what systems he used to put people on live stream, I could take that advice from Tommy. Tommy has experience in that department. He has experience in that area. He has been doing StreamYard on YouTube shoot years and years ago with Shamar and them. So Tommy is a pro at this. I would take advice from Tommy on that. Now, Tommy telling me how to be a reaction channel, I can't take advice on Tommy from how to be a reaction channel. You're not a reaction channel. You never had a reaction channel, and you couldn't be the type of reaction channel that I'm going to be because I'm a respectful one. You would never be that just because of how how you speak, where you came from, and how you grew up. So I completely get that. Or unless you decide to rebrand yourself and change yourself. So I wouldn't take advice from you on that specific matter. If I had a baby, I might take advice from Tommy on what to do when the baby crying, how to feed the baby, what to give the baby, what to buy the baby boys, because he has experience on that matter, if that makes any sense. So I can't let anybody educate me on the matter that they're not educated in. So you telling me what to put on my channel or what to say on my channel or how nice to be to you or how mean to be to you, you're not even an honest person. So how can I learn how to be honest from you? It's absolutely no way. Impossible. Floor playing yellow pumpkin to become a golden carrot. Impossible. So that's my thing, and I don't be liking to downplay their opinions. Like, oh man, this dude is just he ain't even finished high school, so I'm not gonna listen to him. It has nothing to do with education. You can learn from anybody. You can learn from a 7-year-old. It's more so if I respect your opinion, and I don't respect your opinion because I see what you base your opinion off of. They can say what they want to say about me, but they respect my opinion because if they did, they wouldn't spend so much time combating it. No rest for the wicked. I'm trying to. Yeah, I love these comments, y'all. I don't understand how they try to tell someone they get. Mama always told me if you let a person eventually talk, they'll tell on themselves. Exactly. But that's why they don't like it. Did I miss it? I'm just getting off work. No, boo, he canceled. I'm gonna put it in the video. He canceled. Yeah, thank you for letting me know, Slim. Yeah, he canceled. He Slim, you say he famous. Yeah, he famous. He famous. They famous. He famous. That's what he want to be. He run with Shamar. He known for being for Shamar, but that's what they want to be famous, right? Even if not, they're on their way there. Alba only gets glimpse here and there, but he don't know how to keep the crowd. And the thing is, every single thing that I give advice on, that man go do and then act like he didn't get it from here. I bet you $1 million I've given advice on A. He just said the other day he wasn't collabing with people. I said he should still collab with people, but he should make sure he gets something out of it. He should make sure that they allow him to put content on his channel and their channel. Now, if I will collab with somebody, watch what happens, y'all. And it's fine because I don't need credit for it, but I also don't need you lying on me, okay? Like, bro, just take it and be like, look, I really don't like this girl because she be blowing up my spot. You know what I'm saying? She be telling all my tea. I really don't like this girl, but let me just talk about her just like she talk about me. But lying is a complete different thing. It ain't even regular lies. Like, oh my God, she called me ugly. Like, can y'all go back and find a video where she called me ugly? You talking about people with the craziest. That's how you know everything that you've said I did, you do. Because I would never even come up with no ish like that. Calling up to a jail, how could you fabricate a story like that, bro? The minds is crazy. But then again, when Tommy's showing videos of you standing outside their house with cups of pee, what type of low vibration, ghetto, not fabulous? What? I would never even be like, ugh. A cup of pee because you broke up with somebody. I feel like I'm talking about 15 to 20-year-olds, and we're talking about 20 to 30-year-olds, if that makes any sense. And that's why, for the most part, I just see it as content. I don't take it serious until you try to take it serious with me and claim that you're gonna take down my channel. The lies are fine. I can debunk the lies with receipts, but don't be trying to do nothing extra or try to make me feel bad as though I'm being mean to you. And let's not forget, he said the same thing about Tommy. But man, and that's why too, like at the end of the day, I'm telling y'all, I watch this stuff. Y'all know, I said they was twins 72,000 times in videos and they all got upset with me. And guess what? After it finally settled in, what y'all hear them come back to the internet saying? I mean, I know I do this too, but we the same. I know I do this to Shamar too, but we the same. Yeah, because you kept trying to say that you was different from a mofo, and Bedtime kept clocking it. No, you ain't. 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 So then you had to compare the likeness. But there is something that I can truly say. I think Tommy legitly wants everybody to win. He just doesn't want them to be over him, and he doesn't want the stuff that they say about him to overwhelm him the same way the stuff he says about other people to overwhelm other people. But that's not going to happen. If you want to keep speaking about other people, then you can't get my own people speak on you. But I do legitimately think that he wants other people to win. Alvo, on the other hand, because he has, and I don't want to say nothing, because he has a lot to be blessed for. He has his life. He has his family. He has this clout that's being just so unused. Do you know how rich I would be? Do you know how rich I would be? The Shamara should be rich. They half the time they squander their clout, and that's why he's upset. He's upset because he knows I'm making more money off him about speaking about his name. He says he's the clout. You are the clout. You are the content. You are the plot. I don't know why you think saying it is offensive to me in any type of way. Yes, I need to post somebody on a blog channel to get paid. If it's not you, it's going to be somebody else. So I don't know why the things that they say they think offend people. Anybody that Shamar has a connection with is going to get posted on this channel. I'm not afraid to say that, because I don't let my integrity go to do it. I don't have to insult people to do it. I don't have to talk about disabled people to do it. I don't have to run behind people and keep asking it. And I'm going to throw a little bit of shade because you've been throwing shade at me all week. I don't have to keep begging people who mess with Shamar to do interviews with me. People come to me. Not one time have I been in any of these people's DMs or live streams before they came to me, and there's a reason for that. It's because I'm trusted, I'm truthful, and I'm honest. So I don't know what Mr. Honey Supreme got going on over there, but I really hope whatever advocacy he is trying to do, whoever he, and I'm not going to put it on Tommy, like I said, but whoever he got going on or whatever he got going on over there, just hopefully they take care of him, because hopefully he stays in the tea and he can link up with Shamar or talk to Tommy or something like that, because, you know, I'll post the viral tea, but as far as bedtime, keeping it y'all in the loop, him and Jordan Pauline don't believe the internet is forever. We not going to forget lying on someone's character is no longer internet is exactly. What happened? Oh, did he have a reason? No, Mila, he didn't say why. We were all over here trying to figure it out, girl. We've been trying to figure it out all video. He ran me down, begged me down there. The other day got upset with me, said, please give me a time. I need you to give me a time. I told him, hey, I'm busy. I have a regular job and I have YouTube. So thank you for your patience, but I got ish going on. I literally didn't even post a video today with all the hot tea going on yesterday because I was just trying to get geared up for him. I don't know why he canceled. I don't know if it was a setup from the beginning, like, hey, ask her to do an interview with you, but it's not really a setup if you ask me. It's one thing if I asked you, but which I would never do. Like, I make really good money on my channel. I make really good money in real life. I'm not going to give out an investment unless I know I'm going to get it back fivefold, if that makes any sense. A giveaway is something that's a whole totally different thing. But like paying somebody for content that I get for free is one of those things. So, and you know, some people just like to get I don't understand, because when you get on chat with people who insult you, talk about your teeth, talk about the fact you got HIV, what Kayla Gibbs, I had to prove the fact that Honey Supreme wasn't trying to give out house in Virginia. Kayla Gibbs, you over there on live with Kayla Gibbs, and she telling people that you're trying to give house in Virginia to people, that you're not telling people before you lay down with them that you got a house in Virginia. I had to clear it up for you. But when I say in the video, again, I keep it in content mode. When I say in the video, how do they find these folks? When I say that, I really mean birds of a feather flock together. So I didn't expect anything more or less, if that makes any sense. Like I said, he sent me a message that said, I'm scared. Scared was spelled wrong, and it scared me. Okay? As if you ain't spelling the word scared wrong right now, you that scared, it's either them substances or I need to be scared. Okay? So I'm not gonna say it's all like it's all good, but I'm more so annoyed at the fact that I did. Hey, and I hate to be mean, but I didn't. I say I didn't want to do it, y'all. I was just being nice. I was honestly just being nice, and I was giving myself some practice. He could never take down anyone's channel because they be doing the most on their own channel. Tamika, not only do they be doing the most on their own channel, but even when they think that their channel is clean, that's how you know it's the educational part around it. And I'm not talking about what high school level education you have. Anything that you make money on, if you do not go and do your research on it, if you do not, and I get it, it's difficult. It's difficult for me to maintain guidelines. But I'm telling you, every single video, and I can get every single video that they have made, a guideline has been broken. And the older videos, thousands of guidelines have been broken, but you're not going to take those down because old videos have residual income that come in and trickle in along with your income that you're making now. So unless you go delete every single video that you've ever made from today and then from now on, follow every single guideline, which is impossible because your normal conversation, day-to-day conversation, breaks guidelines. And I'm not going to tell nobody anymore what breaks guidelines because as soon as I tell them, all of a sudden they not doing it no more. And then they act like they don't know where it came from. Cursing is definitely not, like you could probably curse 1,000 times on YouTube before you start getting clicked on reported. It's literally your terminology, and they don't even know the proper terms. And that was another thing that scared me. I really wanted to do the podcast with Mr. Honey Supreme in a posted video so that I could edit out anything that he said that could possibly get my channel in some trouble because I don't have this type of conversation on my channel. But because, again, I told him I wasn't paying him, I wanted to give my Bedtime Bandits the opportunity to support him because I wasn't paying him. So that's why I wanted to do it on live stream. I wouldn't because Tommy stayed away from his child when he was a baby. Well, it depends on what type of things. Maybe I'll ask him something about having an older boy, having a 7-year-old boy. I just mean anything he has experience in that department. It was more so an example, but girl, yeah, I know. They could never take it out. Tommy and Albo is two wings in the same bird, and they looked like they just added a butt to it. Calling up the jail was crazy when the whole time you was excited for him to come home and advocating for his bookie butt self. I was baffled how he came out and gaslit a problem with you for a story. Bro, Slim, I have never in my life, like that is really when I stopped taking Albo serious. Like when Albo came out and said that I called the jail, like, bro, what? Bro, what? Like that is, I couldn't even imagine. Like, how would, like, as I Google the number, hey, do y'all got Alexander Green in there? I just want to say that he got a cell. What are you talking about? But once he said that, that's when I was just like, okay, this man hates me and he clearly just won't allow me. But the thing is, I'm glad that I'm me because imagine if I was a person like Shamar or somebody who didn't defend myself as well. Well, they would have had these people thinking all this stuff about me, and that's why I'm here. That's exactly why I'm here. And every time I come up here and see the changes that I made, whether or not I'm getting my Tommy Awards for them or not, because let's go ahead and give out these awards because we already know what we do. We don't need bedtime people to go over there and vote for nothing. We already know what we add to this sign. Like, it's obvious. I don't need a person who doesn't have any experience in the area or who doesn't even do it correctly being able to gauge somebody else on it. When you learn how to be an unbiased person, then you tell me who is unbiased. When you learn to stop being a mean person, then you tell me who is mean. When you learn to stop lying, then you tell me who the liars are. Until then, why would anybody take anything you say seriously? But yo, when he said that calling up to the jail stuff, but it wasn't even that for me. He literally was telling Shamar, oh, I'm so sorry that Izzy scammed you. She didn't tell me any of the information about what was going on with your bookings. And then he gets with Izzy and said, so what? I said, she stole the money. Who gonna do me something? Like, I don't care what y'all say. And I haven't, literally, it's been almost a year since Shamar and Alvo break up, and since I have been doing this channel. Not one time have I called them mean. Not one time have I called them evil. Not one time have I called anybody obsessed. I just don't use direct, straight words like that cannot be proven. But this is not specific to a person. Anybody who can lie on somebody and say somebody SA them. You can say somebody tried to get you locked up when they didn't. When you can lie to people who you know love and care about you just so you can go get bust down and bent over, your personality type, let's just say this. If there wasn't mean people in this world, there would be no nice people. If there wasn't dumb people, there would be no smart people. If there was no smart people, there would be no dumb people. If there was no evil people, we wouldn't know what evil was. So doing actions like that, you can say what you're not all day, but actions speak louder than words. When you're doing evil things, people think you're evil. That's just it. That's all. Again, I'm not perfect. I do, believe me, I do my fair share of dirt, but damn if I'm gonna ever sit up here and act like I don't do them, or act like it's okay that I do them, and to get mad if somebody get on my SSA about doing them. I am a gay man, and seeing guys like Alvo, let me help you. Alvo has many personalities and runs off clout and hurt. There's comedian Alvo, the victim Alvo, the flirt, and the scammer who sees his followers as slow. And I really think that. I don't like to use words like slow, but I really be thinking that he thinks, hey, if I go on TikTok and I say this, and then I go over YouTube and I say this, my supporters will never know. And that's messed up, man. That's messed up. And that's something else I wanted to highlight. I didn't want to necessarily put Mr. Honey Supreme on blast, but when Mr. Honey Supreme originally asked me to do the story too, he said he needed some money. And I'm like, that's well and great that you need some money, but that's the first thing to having a support system. You don't just use them for when you need money. That's why you build a community. You don't just use them for when you need money. Now, I'm not saying that that's what Alvo does, because I do. I'm telling y'all, and this is how deep and dark the energy is. Because do y'all know, I want to say about a good 50 times I thought about sending Alvo a cash app. That's how well the man do his job. About 50 times I done thought about sending Alvo a cash app, whether it be because he crying, whether he hungry, whether he outside, whether he need a hotel room. I have thought about it about 50 times, sent it zero. The number one reason is because I only help them who help themselves. I have younger brothers, I have younger sisters right now who probably tell me, F that be. Because unless you can give me a life goal, a plan, get on your ish, I ain't giving you no money, I ain't helping you do nothing. The only thing I'm doing is taking care of my nieces and nephews. You want me to put down a payment for you in an apartment? You want a car? You got to make something happen. You can't just be out there in the streets doing whatever. Let me read some of your comments first. I love it. Ooh, y'all blowing up these comments versus that of these. But I almost sent that man a cash app. And the number one reason was because I didn't want him to have my information. That is sickening. That is freaking sickening. Okay? The fact that somebody could be looking out for you and giving you money and they have to worry about their information being spread. I can shout out to Tommy the Gossip and shout out to Shamar. Shamar, obviously, y'all know me and Shamar DM. It's not anything too deep. It's more so vague on the level when he wants me to, if he's dropping a music video or he going live or something like that. And Tommy the Gossip, I have somebody was saying he had like a house in Virginia a long time ago, something like that. And y'all know I believe people's medical issues is their own business kind of thing. But long story short, I have DM'd Shamar. Shamar has DM'd me. Tommy the Gossip too. Nothing that has never resurfaced. I've never seen Tommy, even though it wouldn't matter because I know I know how to move. If Tommy screenshotted our messages right now, I wouldn't mind. If Shamar screenshotted our messages, I wouldn't mind. Because again, like I told you, I'm not in there trying to get the tea. Everything I do is genuine, and they know that. I never said, "Hey, what's going on with this? What's going on with that? What's going on with this?" I don't do that in people's messages. But shout out to them. I truly believe if I ever messaged Alvo, that's why I never went over there. Like I've been in Tommy's chat, I've been in Shamar's chat, I've been in the DMs. I would never, ever, 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 ever send that man Alvo no personal message. I would literally think his only intentions would be to expose them. That's why even though Tommy gets on this internet 365 days in a row, and because he talked about Shamar for so long, I feel like people get jaded to the actual malice things. But when you on a daily basis saying that somebody is trying to take your channel down, like I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Again, we're getting this up, putting it on the floor. Put it on the floor. Put it on the floor. I'm telling y'all right now, there's no doubt in my mind, and I cannot prove this as of yet, that every day I will sit home and Bandit. Sorry, y'all, my dog. Every day I will sit home, he report my videos. When I used to have a live stream and I spoke on Alvo, and when I go because I always listen to the replays of my videos, it'll start like tuckering out at a certain point. It only tuckered out when I was speaking on him. There's no doubt in my mind. Now, because my videos are clean, nothing can be done. But there's no, because Alvo gets up here. I realize everything he does to other people, he says that other people do it to him. He kept saying this weird thing that I was in a group chat with bloggers trying to take his channel down or something. Mind you, Tommy don't like me, and Tommy done told y'all 72,000 times. The rest of the bloggers are damn near all of his people. If he say don't post you, they're not going to post you. I'm the only one who is not in that crew. But you kept trying to say it, and I was wondering why you kept trying to say it. And then I ran into a video of somebody who you claim that you have no association with, but they love you and always talking about you, and claims that she's trying to help you take down everybody's channel. So I'm wondering where this crazy stuff that's coming from that's just coming out of your head, but it's because you're doing it to other people. You coming on the internet and crying, "Oh my God, they messing with me. They taking my content. They talking about me. They obsessed with me." All the while you laying in the bed, probably reporting every single last one of me and Tommy videos as much as you can. And y'all know I don't do that. Even when I feel like, man, I think they're trying to play with me right now. Never do it. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if you might as well keep going. We're gonna be bedtime in the Bushy Bunch. Might as well keep our back and forth going back and forth, because I'm telling you right now, at bedtime don't have a channel. You won't either, buddy. And that's just it. That's all. That's exactly what I was doing. Yeah, they y'all reading tonight when Bedtime showed that J-Rock and Alvo mudslide video. I was like, what tea is Bedtime serving? This tea hot, stinking, slip and slide. Oh, God, not the mudslide. Not the mudslide, yo. The fact that you called it tea, that was Turkish coffee. And mind you, he already admitted, and that's why you get mad at me. Like I would never say nothing on the internet that I didn't want people to bring back up. You get mad at me when you said that you even said that you painted Jaquan, but who cares? It's regular. Tommy say he did dirt, and Tommy will say he did the dirt and then say what you're gonna do about it. Exactly. Like you gotta hold your own. It's like, but that's what I'm saying. Alvo will make you think that everybody else is plotting when really he the one plotting on the back end. And you're like, bro, dang, I thought you was the one up here being empathetic. I thought she was the one who had emotions and feelings when Bedtime. His plans and life goals changed by the lie. Girl, he cussed somebody else out today, got mad at him because they asked him, did he have a job? He told, if you don't see me at no job, that don't mean I don't have no job. Well, that's not necessarily the case, because you told us you had a job before, but all we did was see you talk about it, just like we see you talk about everything else, and you wanted us to believe that. But now that she asking you to have a job, and because she don't see you at the job, she supposed like, man, again, if y'all try to logic with ignorance, then you go crazy. And I believe Tommy is sensible. Tommy just knows how to get the people in. Tommy know he got to be crazy. He has to be crazy to get those views in. He get his every now and then. Oh, I'm gonna take down Bedtime channel. Guess what? I love that Tommy make money on his channel. I love it, because it's all a domino effect. So the bigger they get, the bigger I'll get. And not only that, the more you have to lose, the more you less likely to mess with me. If he might be making $7,000 now a month, but Tommy has the potential to be making $15,000 a month. When he think about losing that $15,000 a month, he gonna be less worried about messing with everybody else. See, that's why Alvo got all this time on his hands. When you get them 500, 600 views, you ain't got nothing to think about but other people's money. And maybe if you try to be a nicer person and stop lying on people, the CAs that you do get will probably be double. And the only reason people not reporting his Cash App that he got up right there right now, his Pure Heart, he said so much I remember it like it's the name of his channel, Pure Heart 2025, is because I've been shut all that reporting stuff down a long time ago. They come back around every now and then, but if somebody try to do it, I'm going to highlight it and I'm going to make the internet realize that they do the same thing that they're trying to report somebody else for. But nobody give me flowers for that. So it'd be like when you have a human being who is literally incapable of showing appreciation, I be feeling bad for the real people in their life. I don't know these people in real life. I don't have to associate them with any form besides posting content. But imagine imagine doing stuff like that to real people in your life. If you lying on somebody, say somebody SA'd you, man, that's the worst thing in the world. And not like that, but being a female, we want to be taken serious when we say some stuff like that. So for people to just be playing with it, you know what I'm saying? It's like crazy to me. Like, ain't no way everybody SA'd you. Ain't no way. No way. Every single man you've ever ran into your life that you spent more than 24 hours with done SA'd you. Come on, bro. Like, they take it serious, bro. He needs to get a job while he's working, building his YouTube channel, and stop begging. He's a grown, ungrateful man. Ungrateful is the word. And then, y'all, this is how the man spend negativity. I said, I believe that Alvo has enough potential that he doesn't need a job if he puts the right amount of time into his YouTube channel. I probably make a fourth of what my normal salary would be. But if I put every single waking moment and hour into this channel, I could probably do what my salary does, and then I wouldn't need a salary. But I keep it stable for that reason. But since he already doesn't have up that backup stability, he might as well put his all into the video. This man comes on his channel and says, she says that I don't need to get a job. She's trying to influence me to do bad things. Who in their right mind would tell somebody not to get their job? No, I'm trying to motivate you and give you the affirmation that you can do this and you can invest in yourself. And if you really don't want a job, then you don't have to get one, and you can do it by putting your own efforts into yourself. But you change it up into some negative stuff. Like I literally can care less. When I see the changes, is that what I believe. I am, like my girl will tell you, I am not a person with words. You can be sit up there and talk all day, and I'll just and just look at you, because I like, what do you mean? Like, I'm not an idiot. An idiot is literally a person who thinks they're going to have a different outcome by doing the same things. Or is that insanity? I'm like, I'm not insane. I'm not going to keep doing the same thing 1,000 times. He needs to, let me help you again. You can do whatever you want with your money, but don't give your money to Alvo. Doing this helped create the Alvo that he is today. Look how he's done other people who helped him. I ain't never given none of these people my money. I'm smart enough. Like I said, I got brothers and sisters. If I wanted to give some money to somebody and have them just go squander it on going turning out to the club, I got a little sister for that. Okay. Like going to go get bottles of Don Julio and then telling me that somebody else bought you the Don Julio, even though I know you bought the Don Julio with my money. Come on, stop it. Believe me, I would never. But I'm saying is that's how close I was to it. But what I'm saying is it just goes to show how you can literally, I can get why other people are indifferent about it, because I watch them 24/7. I see the man lie 72,000 times a video, and I still be like, oh man, he is outside. He does need something to eat. Everybody deserves food, no matter who you are, no matter how many times you lie. But the fact that I'm telling you, I'm not going for it 2026. Like, I'm telling you, I'm not going for it in 2026. Like, bro, you're not going to continue to do malice and mean things to people and think that they're not going to be returned, bro. It's just not going to happen. Do your content, move on with your life. Albo is pure evil and Tommy is diabolical, but at least he's upfront with his BS. Exactly. We know who Tommy is. Tommy can't hide who he is. He can hide. He can try every now and then. Albo does a really good job of trying to hide who he is, and it's almost like y'all know. I used to be one of those people who said that when people used to say, "Let's go back to segregation." I was one of those people who was like, "All right, whatever," because to me, obviously I have family and stuff that are intertwined now, but to me, I'd rather know who you are on the surface. If you don't like me, I want to know that. Okay? If you're a liar, I want to know that. I want to know who you are on the surface, what you're capable of. I feel like a lot of people on the internet don't know what Albo is capable of because he comes up here with his emotions instead of the energy and anger that sometimes people see from Tommy. But I can see right through it. I can see right through it. I can see the dark behind the eyes, baby boy. And I don't even point out stuff like that because that's not my business. I don't care. I don't know you personally. I don't care what type of soul or character or intention you have because I will never be around your soul. I will never be around your character. I will never be around your intentions. So I don't need to speak on those things. That's for other people to speak on for you with personal relationships. That's not for me. But when you're doing things like this, and somebody is literally the only person in the world who's nice to you, I ain't gonna say the only person in the world, but y'all know what I mean on this side of the internet. And you can literally lie on a person like that. It's like, what if I was a weak person? What if my channel did get taken down and I let them bully me off the platform? After all the good I've done over here, that's the type of person you want to be. Why would I ever like think you're a good person? Why would I ever advocate? Like it's like he was mad at me for not advocating you get back with Shamar. I'm gonna look down, I'm gonna look at my homegirl. Girl, I know he scammed you, girl, but I think you should get back with him. He really loved you. Girl, I know he said you was dirty and you was nasty and he never wanted to ever put his lips nowhere near you. But you should get back with him. What? What kind of person would I be? It's like, do you want me to be a bad person with you? Albo did his own mama wrong, so I couldn't expect anything from anyone else. Exactly. And I'm gonna be honest. I don't think parents are perfect. Y'all know how I feel about that. I do not think parents are perfect, and I think there could have been plenty of things, especially when you're growing up with young mothers. A lot of our mothers was young. They were us with kids. They were 25-year-olds with kids. So it's not on them, but at the same time, when you come out and exploit your people, you got to stand on it. I don't. It's a lot of man. I'm telling y'all, I have so many so many stories to tell y'all. From me, from my friends, from everything. But when you open up that can of worms, you open it up and you got to stand on it and you got to show receipts for you to. And it would be one thing if it was just like a man that he was with a long time, she was with a long time ago. This is your mama's current husband, bro. Lucky for them, they're just regular people. But imagine if they weren't regular people and if he had some type of regular like salary job, he'd probably lose that job with the stuff that you spreading about him on the internet. And that's another reason why I don't say a lot of stuff on the internet because y'all don't understand what y'all don't know what type of clearance I go through to for my job. They do check my social media sites. I have to provide social media sites. It could be something I said 7 years ago about a political figure and it will be brought up. But when another person never had that experience or never had that lifestyle or probably never will, they don't understand. Like it's not in me. It's not something that I'm just doing for a channel. It's naturally not in me for me to do the things that y'all do. The receipts is the only thing that I have because I'm not gonna sit up here and lie on a person or cuss a person out or call them names or doing all that. But we're gonna wake it up today that you have evil intentions. You're doing evil things to try and be evil. You come out of nowhere commenting on my page talking about you want to get my page taken down. Hush. I'm the nicest person to you. Go get somebody's page taken down saying you got a house in Virginia every day. How about somebody should get your page taken down for sitting up there talking about Shamar tried to give you syphilis? How about somebody should get your page taken down because you influencing people every day to get drunk from sunup to sundown? But I don't say that. How many times do y'all leave in my comments cancel all these folk? How many times? This way just be crazy to me. Like, and the fact that you can do it, like you said, I'm a nobody, but the fact that you can do that to your mama and her, man, that's crazy. He said he had a talk with his mama and they broke down and they was crying. And I was like, well, I hope you wasn't drinking while you was crying, because I can't stand no emotional drinking breakdown conversation. The fact that Alva would tell a bald faced lie knowing it is on video and people can replay it is bananas. Exactly. And I realized, Tommy started realizing that, like, look, this girl keep clocking me. Let me just go ahead and call myself out if I need to call myself out. Or hopefully I got it embedded in the video where she can't go find it. At first I thought they was working me on purpose. Like, here, let me lie 5 times and see if she gonna clock it. Oh, she missed one. And yeah, it's since you always want to talk about the bloggers, you always want to talk about the clip pages, you always want to talk about all the people that talk about you. So usually I mix it up a little bit. But since you wanted to talk, since you so worried about the people who talking about you, we're really gonna talk about you now. Let's talk. It's our ignorance of not knowing. I feel upbringings have a hand in such ignorance. For example, if you shelter all your life and then thrown to the streets, you get these situations of survival mode, for sure. And that's why I said it. I genuinely believe that Apple had a lot going on, just like Shamar, just like Tommy. I genuinely believe that they had some things go on where they truly have a story to tell. Just like Mr. Honey Supreme, the story we was going to tell. They all truly have a story to tell, but you cannot use it as your crutch. Believe me, being a cultural advocate isn't just being a cultural advocate on the surface level. I understand everything that my people had to go through to get where they are, and some of the struggles that people are still going through too. But I still also understood my struggle and what I made it out of, and how I didn't need no parent, even though I had one. But even though I didn't need no parent, like that, we're a year into my channel, and I'm still telling y'all the same thing. I'm telling y'all. I was one of those, man, I'm telling y'all, I was one of those people who mama wanted you to stay home and help out with watching the kids. And I'm like, nah, bro, I'm going to school. I was that person who got skipped up from the 7th grade to the 9th grade because I was hustling that hard. Not because I was smart, not because I'm this world's genius, but because in my head, I'm calculating, how the hell do I get up out of here? How the hell do I get up out of this situation? How the hell do I not end up like Joe Blow down the street? So not only am I a person who came from that life, but I'm a person who survived it and made it out of it. So that's why I'm low on the excuses. I've slept on the couches, baby boy. I've slept on the couches, but ask my friends what I was doing while I was sleeping on the couches. While they was all drinking, this is when the Bud Light Platinums was in. While they was all drinking, have a good day, y'all. My homegirl, get out the shower. It's 20 people in the house. Get out the shower. She need to go to work. I'm getting up in a house full of 20 people getting licked, taking myself to work and school every single day. And the day that I get rich, that friend will be rich. Because that same person who want to talk about, oh, I let somebody stay with me, my friend let me stay with her. I ain't pay a cent. Didn't pay a dime. Obviously, I helped out with other household things and stuff on. Didn't pay a dime. If I needed a ride to work, one of her dudes would take me. If I needed a shower, they all had to get up out of there. If I needed quiet and a nap, I had a room to go take one in. What you do with your resources is why people help you out. I solely believe that none of my friends, nobody would have ever helped me out if I did not help myself first. So I'm never going to give any excuses for that. But as far as me thinking that you were a bad person, thinking you was a mean person, thinking you was an evil person, I never thought any of that, no matter what anybody said, until you showed me you were that person. In general. Every day, feed me. I need a haircut. I want an outfit. I want some Timbs. Take more people take care of him, the less he's going to do for himself. Even now, he's like, oh, y'all, he just got to his mama house, and I think that's good for Alvo because, you can save when you're at your mother's house. You get home cooked meals. You stop doing some of the stuff you're doing because you're not able to move around as much. And he's in there talking about he want to buy a car. He want to get a Camaro. He want to get a bed. He want to get all of this stuff. But then you always talking about getting a new apartment. Now, that doesn't have to be your priority. We know some people live in a trailer park and got a BMW outside. That's their prerogative. That's their business. But they're not up here telling us every day, hey, I want to buy a house, 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 while they're buying BMWs and they're living in a trailer. They're saying that, hey, I don't care. I want my BMW over my trailer. Like, why do you gotta lie? And congratulations to Tommy the Gossip. Tommy the Gossip says he is working on buying him a home. And honestly, hands down, if I never tipped my hat to Tommy, if he pulled that off, if he's actually been doing that well at saving, get his credit right, because I think a lot of people think buying a house is just if you never bought a house, and that's why we haven't currently bought one yet, even though her father owned tons of properties, is because it has nothing to do with just your money income or how much you save. There's a lot to do with your background, a lot to do with your credit. They take years and years of tax information. It's a lot going on. So if Tommy can pull that off, I will tip my hat to Tommy. But the fact that he is even thinking about it, the fact that it's even in his peripheral, shout out to him doing big boss moves. He says he's going to be trying to buy a house in the first couple of months of 2026. So whether or not he pulls it off, honestly, to just have that goal in mind, congratulations to him, because I think too, I was always up here talking about, oh, I'm young. I'm like, what are you 25? What do you think other people was doing at 21, 22, 23? People was in college at 22, 23. They might have been partying and turning up. Yes, that was part of their life, but being in school is part of your life. Even if you're not in college, you're working. So even though you're turning up and you might be getting lit every night, you might be out in Houston streets car racing every night, you're still working and building towards some type of future. When you go get a job and you sit down and you say, I ain't never had a job, or I had a job in 2020, 2015, and it's 2025, they're going to look at you like you crazy. What have you been doing? And I'm not saying that you need to get a job. Again, I'm just saying is like, the people can only help those who help themselves. Like, it's always a backtrack. And like you said, it's, oh, I want a haircut, I want some food. There are people out here right now with kids who got to feed their kids who ain't going with a haircut for 6 months. He live a better lifestyle than me. He get more haircuts, hairdos, and out to eats than I do. And I could promise you, I'm probably bringing in 6 times the amount of money a month that I was bringing in. But I'm not going to say that I want something and then take myself right out of the box to do it. Thank you for all these likes, comments. Make sure y'all hitting that super chat. Go over my CA's pin at the top if you want to give your girl some tax-free, but engagement is enough. All you do is gotta like and comment and subscribe. Thank you for all y'all. Just hit that like button. I know I've been chatting a lot, so y'all probably forgot about it. But we belong together. I can't sleep at night when you're on my mind. Baby, what makes on the radio? Albo might not put his hands on a female, but he do abuse women in other ways. Oh, yeah, even up there today, he's talking about, oh, I respect women. When the last time I cussed out a woman? Boy, you called me 13,000 itches for being nice to you. You can never tell me nothing about respecting a woman. I just knew that he wouldn't put his hands on a woman. That's for sure. But see, unlike them, see, if I was him, because he lying on me, I would just say, Albo will put his hands on a woman and run with the story. There's so many stories that I could have made up by Albo. I promise y'all would have took them to the top. I promise y'all would have made sure them joints spread around this internet quicker than never mind. I ain't gonna say it. I have so much power that I really don't use. And that's, I think, was my biggest concern with Tommy. Tommy had a lot of power that he was using for the wrong reasons. And I didn't want something to happen to somebody and then it all backlash on Tommy. And I think slowly but surely he's realizing that and coming out of that wave. But I think Albo is definitely in a mindset of, I ain't gonna say get rich or die trying, because it ain't even about the money. But I really think, I don't know if y'all remember. I'm not going to say the word myself, but if y'all remember, Fendi said that her management team had one word for Albo, their perception of Albo. And I think I'm in agreement with it. I'm not going to say what it is, but if y'all know what Fendi said about the team, I'm starting to agree, because there's no way a person and the whole team think this about you. I didn't think it about you at the time because I was still getting all the information gathered together. But now that I see it, I really feel that way. And I hope it changes. That's why I even told them in my comments before I blocked them that I do hope you get a better positive outlook on life, because when somebody is talking this nicely about you and you can come to the internet and lie on them blatantly, I don't know how you even get no rest. I don't know how you get no rest. But then something that somebody else stood out to me, what Honey Supreme said. He believed that certain people had certain things because how they wake up every day angry. And I never thought that that was a true thing, because your life is what you make it. Your personality is what you make it. Your character is what you make it. But there are certain things that could be damning to you every time you wake up in the morning. You probably thinking about this thing 80% of your days, where sometimes most people's problems, they thinking about 20% of their days. So it's something deeper going on there, that it's not bedtime. But if it keeps reflecting back off on bedtime, you might as well go ahead on to another platform. Because I'm telling you, bedtime, you can tell them from yell it through the walls. If bedtime don't have no YouTube channel, nobody will. That's just it. That's all. You most definitely can't get away with it because of your upbringing. You will be most definitely get some sit down time. Exactly. Like, it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. I really wish my people, I know that we've been through a lot of things. I know we've been through a lot of things, but it's not an excuse. And it's fine, but just own you who you is. Don't be up here talking about, oh, my people know I lie. If they know you lie, then why you getting mad at me for showing that you lie? If they already know you lie, how can I not want you to win by showing your lies? No, you don't want yourself to win by showing your lies. Then you got people who over there advocating it. I get supporting somebody, but when you lie to a person just to make them feel good, it's crazy. Talking about lying by omission. I'm the only person who put in all the scenes. See, when you put in 30-second clips, when you put in 1-minute clips, stuff can be served out of context. You got to put in what they say before they said something and what they say after they say something. Because you can manipulate anybody to look like they say anything. That's the opposite of what I do. I let you go see it from the beginning so you can see the entire storyline and the entire compilation. Graduated college. Clock it, Sakia. Congrats, boo. I can't remember what age I graduated, but I definitely think it was after that. Ooh, good. The Fendi team said Alba was hope. Oh, y'all was blowing up the comments. So please. Exactly. I didn't say it. They said it. How you gonna win when you ain't right with them? How you gonna win when you ain't right with them? Like, come on, y'all. Like, some of my favorite songs are UNITY, UNITY. That's the unity. Never GIVEUP and keep it. Bro, you got the wrong person. If you want to go lie on somebody else, go lie on somebody else. My mama think that I hold folks to too higher standards. Okay. So I don't know who you think you is that you gonna change me. I hold myself to higher standards. I barely get sleep because I'm doing my regular job and then I'm doing this job. My girl is like, yo, you need to lay down, you need to go to sleep. But that ain't how my brain works. Unless my stuff is done, when I know I have the ability to bring in extra money and I'm sleeping, I'm drinking. Do y'all know how often I drink, bro? And it's not because I can't drink or I won't drink. Life be lifing. You got to focus in on what you want to change. If I want a new TV, I got to sit here and hustle to a new TV. By the way, y'all, I really want to go to this Cardi B concert. I really want to go to this Cardi B concert. So make sure y'all sharing my content, making sure y'all like and comment and subscribe. And y'all really been doing y'all thing on the content this last couple of weeks. My numbers have been up. It has been going crazy. I do not go nowhere. I don't do nothing. I literally come in here. I cook for my family. I clean my home. I go to work. I hop on YouTube with y'all. I go to brunch every now and then with a homegirl. I might have a glass of wine. I do not do big crowds. I don't do big events. I don't do clubs at all. Like people stepping on my toes or trying to grind up against me and all that word stuff. So when I center in on something I want to do, like this, and I know that it's amount of money that I would never spend unless it's crazy too, because you get to your age where you're making this consistent salary and you don't want to spend $500 on concert tickets. But when I was 20 years old and hustling and grinding and having an apartment on my own, I would go spend $600 on some concert tickets just to give it to a girl that I might like. Joe, you want to come with me, shorty? I got an extra ticket. Hopefully my girl ain't hear that, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy how much life responsibilities when you're making less money, you spend more money. And now that you're making more money, you have less to spend. But that's why I want y'all to share the content. Make sure y'all comment. Make sure y'all subscribe. Because I want to go to that Cardi B concert. Definitely hopeless. Oh my God, I'm too late for the interview. No, y'all, the interview was canceled. Gosh, man, the interview was canceled. Mr. Honey Supreme begged me to do an interview with him and then canceled on me 30 minutes beforehand. He posted the interview 2 hours. He been posting the interview all day long, y'all. He been messaging me all day long, being the bugaboo. But it don't matter. I'm going to break it down and bust it down because I know like live streams are finicky with people coming in at different times and stuff like that. But, and I don't know how long we're going to talk about it because it's the end of the year. We're going to get all the lasting tea out and hopefully some tea comes up with him and Tommy or him and Shamar since Honey Supreme, Tommy says that Honey Supreme has been blowing up Shamar's DMs. And Shamar usually don't come with tea. That's BS. He usually, and he sent Tommy the screenshots. Apparently, Mr. Honey Supreme was trying to go down to ATL. So hopefully that's the way he stays in the tea. Somebody said somebody may have gotten his head. That may have been the case. But yes, the Honey Supreme, I should have just put that in the title that the Honey Supreme interview is canceled. I want to go. It's opening night on my birthday. Whoop-de-doo. Happy holidays. Yeah, I mean, who don't want to go? And Cardi B don't even be popping out like that. Boom, boom, boom. Cardi B be having me singing lyrics that I would never do. I say, don't be talking ish like you know me. I write it like a Tony. I be looking back like, hold on, I don't be riding nobody ish like a pony. Hold on. No, I don't. But Cardi make me feel like I do. She made me feel like it. She made me feel like I do. Tommy must have told him not to. I don't know. Everybody keeps saying that about Tommy. I don't know if he necessarily told him not to because honestly, I think Tommy got too much pride for that. He might have got in his head and said, "Oh, you did this with me," or "You did this with me," or something like that. Or maybe Mr. Honey Supreme just talked himself out of it. Maybe he's seen all the subjects that I was going to talk about and knew that it was going to get serious. Because it was going to be a casual talk, but I'm not Tommy where it's like you can mumble words. And then again, I don't know if I asked him to be sober, and when I called to talk to him, I could barely understand anything he was saying. So maybe it's because he wasn't sober. His friends say he was kicking in doors and kicking in windows when he got locked up, and he says that he got in a fight with his neighbor. And I'm sure it was probably just some substance issues because I know we've seen him on the side of the road before. I can't believe we've been on this live for 2 hours, y'all. Happy holidays to everybody, y'all. It is the 23rd. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. That's so crazy. And I had planned on not posting Christmas Eve, but clearly I'm probably going to post a video early tomorrow just because there's been so much tea going on today. Everybody been live today. I think they've been trying to play with me because they know. I don't know if this was a plot and a plan for everybody to be live today and have bedtime over here with this fake podcast that he begged for. But again, that's why I'm bedtime because I would never reach out to any of these folks to do anything that I can get for free. But yes, it's canceled. He begged and then canceled. But maybe Tommy did, maybe he didn't. If he has that much power, then congratulations to him, I guess, because he paid for an interview. I wasn't paying for anything. So if you can get the man to cancel his free interview, then by all means. I bet Jeezy gonna be at least one show. I done met Jeezy way too many times. Y'all know I'm from the East Coast, and he be in Virginia a whole lot. Don't ask me why. I don't know why that man is constantly out there, but he is. He did through shade last night talking about some new. Now everybody went, girl. He been throwing shade to kids. Talking about everybody want to do interviews, but what you missed is everybody want to do interviews because they're being asked to. I didn't have to run anybody. I didn't have to beg anybody. I didn't have to go to any of Shamar's exes and say, please do an interview with me or claim that I was going to cancel people who did not get canceled because who kept them alive? Who kept them alive? Why are we still hearing about Mr. Honey Supreme? Didn't Tommy cancel Mr. Honey Supreme? Oh, all right. So people with low self-esteem who have to go to people who insult you ain't gonna mean anything to me. And yes, I'm throwing shade, Tommy, because you want to throw shade, we're gonna throw shade. Because you gotta chase your folks down for your interviews. I don't. But see, I don't say stuff like that. They can just say freely-nilly whatever they want, just be talking mess. And as soon as I say something, it's a problem. Because see, all I do is tell the story that y'all tell. But then as soon as I say something shady, then all of a sudden it's a problem. But let's be honest, Tommy, y'all look. let's go ahead and go over this. Y'all know that I stopped going on live stream. They tried to pull that begging BS with me, even though they're the only ones who ever begged. I ain't never begged a day in my life. I'm going to pin my Cash App because I'm not going to do a live stream for free. I do not get paid for my live streams. Unlike them, time is money and money is time. You can call me whatever the hell you want to call me. You can call me a beggar, whatever. I ain't getting on no darn platform for free. So I stopped going live because, see, me, I know how to prove a point. Okay? I stopped going live and started making posted videos so that I can get my guaranteed money. First of all, Alvo all of a sudden want to drop posted videos because he heard in my video that posted videos make more money than live streams. So he thought he was going to go over there and start making posted videos. So let's clock that in, okay? 2, the reason that they don't make as many posted videos is because they're harder to do. Matter of fact, let's put this out there. You can't do it. You can't do it. And I don't need to challenge you because I know you can't. You can't. I know the amount of work I put into my post. You cannot. That's why they get on this live stream just like I'm doing right now, doing a 2-hour video, running my lips and running my choppers because I don't have to put any real work into it. I don't have to put any real thought into it. All I do is try to get, it's like having a conversation with your homegirl on the phone. This is not work. I don't know. I'm not going to say that it's not content because unlike them, I believe that anything that people pay attention to and is entertained by, no matter what it is content. But a lot of people would not even consider this content. Now, I consider it content, but a lot of people wouldn't even consider this content. You're literally getting on a live stream and running your mouth like you're talking to somebody. That's not even content. I bet you $1 million Alvo nor Tommy can posted videos because it actually takes work. You have to edit it. You have to take things out. You have to have proper recording equipment that I actually invested in myself to go out and buy a long time ago. You have to have systems set up. You have to have OBS workshops. You have to have all type of stuff. That's why even when Tommy does the stuff that he does, I still give him the shout outs for the other things he does because y'all are not YouTubers, but y'all don't realize the back end work people have to put in for Tommy to be changing outfits, for him to be changing wigs, for him to be bringing multiple people on StreamYard. That takes a lot. It shows that you are able to retain information. He got to go look on the internet. He got to, okay, and don't get me wrong, I think that the blogger category shouldn't be up there because Tommy's not a blogger. He's not a reaction channel, and he shouldn't be gauging reaction channels. But overall, if you click on Tommy's award show, if you look at the categories that Tommy has on his award show, you can tell that he put a lot of thought into them. Whether or not I think that they're categories that make any sense or are navigated to make him win or navigated to not make his other people look like they late to the T. He put a lot of work in to do that. What work have we seen Alvo put into his channel? He literally has come up here 7 times and said, I'm going to have an outfit tomorrow. Matter of fact, let me stop. Christmas content and cooking content I have seen him do. And then it's right back to the normal usual. Tommy been running this 365 days, switching wigs, switching outfits. People can say, oh, his wig is a cartoon wig, whatever, but the man had to go in the store. He had to go buy it. I could need a new eyeliner for 30 days, and I still might didn't go to the store. So I'm just saying is if you really want, so the fact that you keep popping it, oh, I'm a content creator. Tommy not a content creator. Tommy is a content creator more than you are thus far. Do I think you have the ability in the content creation area to go further than just a blogger or reaction channel? Of course. But you're never going to give me my flowers for that. But the state of mind that you're in right now, you're not any time. Alvo is a blogger. Every time Alvo gets online, he talks about me. He talks about Tommy. He talks about Shamar. He talks about me. He talks about Tommy. He talks about Shamar. I don't know why he think he can lie to his supporters and say, let's be real. Let's be real, y'all. When the last time? Yesterday. Like, stop it. He put me on timeout in the chat because I be telling him about his stuff. Well, at least he ain't block you. Blogger's been doing interviews forever. Yeah, I agree. But on this side of the internet, this is a kind of a little small sector when it comes to the Bussy Bunch. And that's the thing. Like, there are hundreds of people reporting on Shamar. There are only, man, I'm telling y'all, I'm probably the only person consistently posting Alvo and Tommy. The only person, unless something big or viral goes off. The only person. Unless something big or viral goes off. You're not gonna pick and choose when I decide to make my money. Because even when y'all not going live, they used to come up here, oh, I didn't go live. The bloggers don't got nothing to talk about. Tell me a day that Bedtime missed. When was a day Bedtime was inconsistent? Because there's a lot of things I've been noticing about inconsistent folks, and I ain't called it out. I haven't called it out because it's not none of my business on what you do on your own channel. But you always want to talk about what I do on my own channel. And I can't believe I've been up here with two hours and 18 minutes, but I did owe this live stream to y'all. So anybody who's coming in here, Mr. Honey Supreme did cancel on the interview. My original thought was to go in, talk about his life, talk about his childhood, how he grew up, if it was both parents or one, what substances he's taken, when he decided to go from DL to being straight. That says straight, Lord, from being DL to actually being out and open with himself, how he was going to start his advocacy for his House of Virginia programming. By the way, Kyle, congratulations to Kyle. Yeah, I know the internet eat her up over there, but she did post her negative results of a house in Virginia. Let me see. Just debunk some of the rumors people was trying to say about him, claiming that he was trying to spread a house in Virginia, even though I was the only one who said he wasn't. And that's why I'm like, it couldn't have been Tommy, because them people was over there saying that you was trying to give Marmar that thing. And that's the people who you choose to consort with. Boy, I just, all I can do is pray for my people. It wasn't much. And I was going to add about kicking down doors, kicking out people's windows. What happened with him getting locked up? Did you still maintain your job afterwards? Because I'm like, hey, if you would have went to jail and you would have told me, I would have called your job and made up some intricate story for you. And I promise you would have had your job when you got out. But, and then that Shamar wasn't famous. So it was going to be a pretty simple interview, podcast. So I really don't know what went on, why he decided to do that. But again, hopefully whoever he's chatting with can keep him in the tea, because Bedtime is tapped out. I agree with illiteracy comment, but I think it plays into a whole role. He put Messy Doll in the category. I was shocked. He put Messy Doll in the category? I didn't see that. And did y'all notice how he got like all the bad categories with the bloggers? And I don't even know why he keeps saying bloggers. Like, I don't even want to be up there if you're not going to call me my proper name. It's like you can't read. You put Bedtime React up there, but then you still got me in the blogger category. It says reaction, not a blogger. Okay, but he has a category up there that says latest to post the tea. But the latest person to post the tea, obviously I watch people, I don't comment. It's not even in that category. It's like almost like your people are going to get picked for bad categories, so you didn't put them in that category so they couldn't look like the bad person. It was the weirdest thing. Now, I do hats off to Tommy. So, y'all, by the way, I'm almost with Alvo on this. I really don't want to be on Tommy's list. It's no offense to Tommy, but I don't think Tommy has enough equilibrium supporters with him to be able to run something like this. Majority of your votes, 80% of your votes are going to come from people on your channel. You've made it clear vividly that you don't like me. I've never made it clear that I don't like you, because I say good things and bad things. That's why your supporters ain't in my comments lying. I don't get any supporters from any of their channels like I used to, trying to say, oh, he didn't do this, he didn't do that. So when it's almost like, imagine if you were on American Idol and you were the judge and you was competing in the competition. Who you think gonna win if you the judge and you competing in the competition? And it doesn't matter that people are voting. The people who are voting are your people. You have to let somebody from the outs, even mine would probably be a biased perception, because if I put my name on, like if I was to run something like this, I wouldn't put my name in a category, because of course my people are going to think that I want them to pick me, no matter how much I tell them that I don't want to. They don't know if I can see their email address and see what they voted and get mad at them later. It's called a conflict of interest. So I think it's fun. I think it's going to be entertaining. I'm going to chime in. I'm definitely going to tune in. I'm not going to vote, but I don't think it's going to be a fair vote in which people will really want to see, which I think if he would have outsourced it and said, hey, y'all, I'm bringing in this person to do this award show because I don't want to do it because I want to be on the ballot and I want it to be fair all across, then that's what I'm going to do. But the fact that you can tell the categories are consorted to him, because then I didn't see nothing about the most factual blog reaction channel. The most factual one. Does facts not matter? Do facts not matter? I didn't see nothing about the most viralist one. Now, I'm not saying that's me because I don't pay attention to other people's numbers. The most consistent one, you don't even know what makes a good reaction channel and what doesn't. But you're the person who's gonna grade the categories on it. But it is some good categories. I just don't think that Tommy is the person who should be hosting it. But I'm going to tune in for entertainment. So as far as my Bedtime Bandits, I am on the ballot. I don't want to be, but again, that's not my choice. I make public content. I have a public channel, and if Tommy wants to put me on his public voting list, then it's certainly his choice, and he can definitely do so. I do think the categories he does have for bloggers are some good ones. I think he just missed some important ones that he knew I would have won in, so he tried to steer it the other way. Like I said, you can't put who's the slowest of the people when you don't even got them in the category, but they in every other category. It's obvious. But to my people, I would definitely say go and vote for the other parts of it, because just the people like the Clue, the Tommy, the Gossips, the stuff like that. But as far as trying to push me, no offense to Tommy, but his recognition doesn't matter to me. Now, when I'm saying something nice about you and you're saying I didn't say something about you, that's why I'm like, come on, at least be honest if you're going to talk about me. But again, you have to be experiencing something for me to take your opinion. I know 100%. I know 100% sure that my girl just showed me something, so I forgot something. But I know 100% sure that I completely forgot what I was saying. But either way, about the categories, I think they're going to be funny. I think they're going to be entertaining. I know 100% sure that Tommy isn't the experienced enough in that area for me to take his recognition from it. But do y'all know how much work it has to take to do something like that? It takes a lot of work. So I always going to give him his hats off for that. So as far as my people, y'all go and vote for the Clue, the Albo, those type of categories, because those all made, even the ones for bloggers made sense. Who's the most entertaining bloggers? Who's first to the T? Who's latest to the T? But I just don't like some of the taking people out. And who, for all I know, it was a mistake. Maybe he didn't put that person in that category from a mistake, but going over it, seeing how, maybe it was like a test. I said, Tommy, hold on now. It's like I'm going to work. But I would say participate in Tommy's voting for the other people. Tommy did make a post about Honey Supreme canceling on my interview. And even though I know Tommy be shading me constantly, he was low-key advertising it. So I know a lot of y'all be putting this on Tommy. I don't know if it's Tommy. I know Tommy is also a good, flair cover up in personalities. But again, it really doesn't matter who was in his ear, the same way I just defended Alvo. If Alvo told somebody was being messy and you chose to put your physically hands on somebody, that's your choice. So it don't matter how many people was in Mr. Honey Supreme ear. If they was, he is a grown man. He made his own decision to reach out to me and beg me. And I'm saying beg because even when I was lacking on it and I felt bad, this man was blowing up my DMs. I only did it out of kindness of my heart to try and get him some funds. He's saying he need to make some money and all of this stuff. Out of the kindness of my heart, I did it. And this is where we are. But it's not surprising. Thank you, Tommy, for saying what you're saying. But at the end of the day, life goes on. It's not like I would be more upset if it's something I wanted to do, but I actually felt like it was more like, not like that. Honey Supreme isn't viral. Like if it was Shamar, what? But I'm like, yo, I'm not going to sit. And Shamar called me just off the regular. Shamar, the man who gets posted, the man who got millions and millions and millions and millions of followers. I can call him right now if I wanted to, but I don't use Shamar for that. I'm not up here sitting him on live stream having full-blown conversations with Shamar. I don't use him for stuff like that. So if you want to continue to be around people who just going to exploit you, then do you. But I promise I'm not chasing it. So that's just one thing. Facts matter. And thank y'all to all y'all 100 people and 105 people who've been in here for 2 hours and 30 minutes, man. I love y'all down boots. I'm going to be in the comments until he blocked me. Yo, DJ don't be playing either. Y'all be going ham, man. Last person to get in the field should have been a. Oh, but see, that's what I'm talking about. But see, that's how you can tell the categories was orchestrated so he could win. Like you said, last one to get in the field, that would probably be you, because that would definitely be you. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's his award show, so he can orchestrate it that way. He's giving people the opportunity to vote, so hopefully that will break down some of the supporters in. But that's definitely what he should have done. He should have outsourced it. I do think Tommy has a future in YouTube, and people make brand switches all the time. Tommy can make a brand switch in 5 years from now. Y'all won't even notice old Tommy, because y'all think stuff will resurface. But if he gets all new subscribers and all new people, not to say that it's going to happen, but he did put the work in, instead of just saying Tommy don't come up here and say, hey, tomorrow I'm doing a vote, and don't do a vote. There's a lot of people who come up here and say, tomorrow I'm going to do something, and don't do it. And we know exactly who that person is. And that's crazy. You don't even have to say their names to know who you are. That's how you know your actions speak louder than any personal involvement that anybody got with you. Now that's a category he takes the cake from. He said he leaving K in 2025. She ain't making it on his show next year. I whip my hair back and forth. Because guess who always on the court show? And I don't care what y'all say. Time to get big numbers, okay? Guess who always on the court show? Guess who always getting clocked in and talked about? Okay? If you're not relevant, bad publicity is good, but if you're not relevant, you don't matter, Bookie Bite. You don't get to get the clout and then say, okay, now that I got 30K followers, now I'm okay with people not posting me. Tommy, you know what's up. If it's gonna be a battle of the war, it's gonna be a battle of the war. But what you're not gonna do is keep getting up here and acting like you're the nicest person in the world and everybody just being mean to you. Cut it. You need to cut it. But yeah, so some of Tommy categories are like so I would say y'all go vote on Tommy. I am about to get off because I've been up here way too long, and I know my girl probably looking at me crazy, like, girl, what is you doing? Why have you been up there so long? But hold on. And that's because I owe my Bedtime band. It's a good live since we got flopped on. He got Pop Out Star Award, most likely to start a trend. That's Bedtime. That's not a blagger category. He said most likely to start a trend. I thought it was me, y'all, but it's not in the reaction clip page or blogger category. Life of the Party Award. As I say, he put in work, y'all. Most likely to go viral. Biggest drama queen, king. Most delusional award. We have this crazy, quickest to lose their 15 minutes of fame, most likely to be in the center of drama, biggest liar of all time. I'm telling y'all, this man put in work. I can't even go down. I'm like, Tommy, it's gonna take me 30 minutes if I did decide. I'm not voting, y'all, by the way, just because my name is up there. Then he has he got Blogger of the Year, Newcomers of the Year for bloggers, best delivery, most likely to be the first one to report the tea, most like entertaining, the latest to the party. And I was like, it's funny how your favorite ain't in the latest to the party category. Did you forget to put their name in there? I didn't see it. But he said he leaving Kayla Gibbs in the past for now, at least till she come back. But either way, we're going to move on. It's going to be a great Christmas. It's going to be a great New Year. I honestly, I hate to say it, y'all, but it's energies you can feel. And I don't care what none of y'all say. Tommy can get on this internet and scream to the top of his lungs and say that he want my channel taken down. When Alvo was in jail, there was a whole different energy. And obviously, I don't wish jail on anybody, but there was definitely an energy switch when he came out. So it's almost like it goes from content with everybody else to real life when it comes from Alvo. He tries to make it deeper than it is, start talking about people essaying them, start breaking down, crying, and start talking about people trying to give them diseases. We just trying to go read for read up here. We just trying to have a kiki up here, man. Ain't nobody trying to do all that. We trying to make our money and move on with stuff. So in all honesty, I'm not entertaining none of that stuff. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to post who I want to post and post them when I want to post them. But as far as this going back and forth, proving my own receipts and videos on stuff that I say, I'm not doing that no more. We already know who Bedtime is. Anybody who comes to Bedtime channel stays, and that's why they know when to say my name and when not to say my name in a video, because they know when they come see this channel, they're going to know that you're lying on them. So at the end of the day, the energy for me is a big switch, and I'm not a fan of it. So unless I have to run into it, I won't. But you're definitely still not getting away with lies, and you ain't going to be doing. And then do you hear him? He said, I want to argue with other people. I don't want to argue with Tommy. Oh, it must be getting hot in the kitchen. So you want to go pick on other people, but you don't want nobody to talk about you? Man, get out of here. So like I said, it's the energy. But I'm telling y'all, going into 2026, I've been keeping a lot back. I'm going to stop holding back. Since you say I'm giving it to you anyway, I promise I can eat down without insulting, without reads, without speaking on physical appearance or mental capacity. I can make your life a living hell. And that's not my goal, and I never have. But I'm going to start using some of my power coming up 2026, and I don't have to lie to do it, any of the sort. But some of them lies I let you skip over, some of that stuff that I don't report on just because I know it would be damning to you, Bedtime going to open up a little bit more Pandora's box. And then that way, when you're actually talking about somebody, maybe people will halfway believe you. But y'all, we've been up here for 2 hours and 30 minutes. That's right. I'm a windmill for Bedtime every time, like they windmill for their faves. Exactly. And then at least you got something honest to windmill for. Appreciate the live today. You do great with your consistency, and I check for you daily when I come home after work. So you deserve all blessings coming your way, and I see the hard work prospering. Thank you so much. Kurt, I don't know if you in here. I know you be walking from the bushes, man. Kurt was, but when I had no subscribers, Kurt told me, girl, you're going to be somebody, this channel going to go somewhere. They like literally everybody on this side of the internet is going to know your name. And Kurt ain't never lied. Man, all of y'all who've been rocking me from the beginning, Latifah, Uniqua, Takia, some of y'all are new, but y'all been rocking since y'all came in. And it's honestly really not personal. I know y'all are all supporters of them, but all I want is a clear brain. All I want is fairness. All I want is even. All I want is the truth, okay? I make mistakes too. People have corrected me so many times in my comments. I was incorrect about a big issue, about PDF file allegations and all of that stuff. It's nothing for me to come back and say, damn, I messed up. I thought it happened in this state. It didn't happen in this state, even though it wouldn't make a difference because it's still disgusting. Legally, I wanted to be grammatically correct and I wasn't. So I'm sorry for that. If you don't have and the thing is, I don't feel nothing when I say that. So if you don't have integrity and you don't have a soul and you don't have a heart because of whatever you've been through, there's nothing that's going to be able to change that. Not even me kissing your SSA every day. That's why even the relationships that you do have who care about you, you ruin because you're too caught up in your own misery to allow people to add you in their happy company. But I love y'all. Happy holidays, everybody. It's going to be a fun Christmas, man, regardless of what people have to say to me. Shout out to everybody in the Bussy Bunch. I have been posting their content. Shamar is the T. Shamar been getting me paid. Oh God, this extra money blessings, the lack thereof of, some additional stress, because we all work, but we all know we still robbing Peter to pay Paul every other day. So to have this extra money to really run into all of these Bedtime bandits and this huge support system I would have never had if I would have never started this channel and made this one video of Shamar that went viral, and then I just continued to go with it. So shout out to everybody. I love y'all so much, man. I can't believe y'all been in here for 2 hours and 36 minutes. I hope y'all had something to eat, something to drink. Thank you to everybody who smashed the like button. Get me 90 likes before I get out of here. We only need 2 more. Double tap the screen, double tap the screen, double tap the screen. Hey, Bombastic, you late, Bombastic. It's all been canceled, but I'm going to break it down and bust it down in a video for y'all tomorrow. A day away. I love seeing Bedtime in the comments. But y'all, I am going to get up on out of here, but I did owe y'all a long live. And again, make sure you go and support Tommy. He did put a lot of work into his voting. So y'all make sure y'all go over there and vote for him. I'm not saying go over there and vote because Bedtime is on the ballot, because I really could care less, because Tommy's I mean, we all know Tommy hate me. That's not nothing new. So I'm sure his supporters feel the same way. But as far as him putting in work to bring y'all some entertainment and just to keep actual content coming for those other people who claim that they're not content creators, he actually been keeping it coming. But I love y'all. I'm about to break it down and bust it down for a video tomorrow. Thank you to Mr. Honey Supreme for adding more work to my plate because now I got to make an extra video. And please, unless it's some tea about Shamar or it's viral, don't tag me in any more of your Instagram posts. I love y'all. I'm out. Peace.